So today is going to be a lot of fun jumping back in on Grounded 2. Last time I was working on a treehouse. This time, still working on the treehouse, but I'm having a lot of fun adding to the upper layers. And I know my buddy Masque, he's going to be sitting there. He's going to try to go after that King Dozer, like, boss again. I think this is, like, his third stream working on that boss in particular, but he did a lot in the background to get that, so hopefully he'll be able to have like the little boss win for both of us and everything. And I will be probably adding way too much extra stuff to my base, because I think I'm working on the main stream on main street, not stream, on the top of the treehouse last time I was in. But at least, you know, should be a little bit easy to pop in whenever he gets the multiplayer thing up and running. Like, I know he's still working on some stuff.
All right. Testing.
It's working. I can hear you.
Now, we're not gonna bother with the password since like we're the only ones that can really do anything anymore. I think like shared world's probably only like for like, say, you know, there was like a bunch of people that like some we may not know, like a big massive server.
Yeah. Okay, so you're still setting it up and everything. Okay. It's gonna be great to get back into my treehouse and stuff again, because I know I was adding like a little road on like one of the top branches, and I know I'm putting a castle on the other side, but I'm not quite sure exactly where all I'm gonna put the castle. My day's going really good. I'm wearing the shirt that I picked up on vacation. I really love like the little like floppy sleeves and everything on it. It's kind of neat. Hi, it's nice to see you again. But yeah, I'm back, and I should have my full schedule posted soon enough. I was kind of lazy today a little bit, but at least, you know, it should be good to get with everything. Okay.
All right, I'm in the character select thing.
Okay.
Set up. So like I said, Rogues, when we get in here, I'll let you guys know exactly. I'll be showing exactly how I got like things prepped up, to, you know, for this boss fight and everything.
I know you've been working hard on it and everything while I was on vacation. I love that. That's the new review. The little gator babies on it. I'm glad people are finding it now, because that was a lot of fun to put together. What were you saying, Masque?
I was just saying that, all right, let me see. All right, Rogue, so to start this off, once I get loaded in, so for starters, last stream of this, I'll go and say, like, as far as, like, some of the reasons why I probably wasn't the most, like, prepared for the fight for, or, like, the reason why King Dozer, like, you know, mucked me up the way he did. I'll go and admit, like, even, like, outside, like, the mechanics of the boss battle I wasn't really too fond of, that I feel like, because considering that they actually did buff Dozer, they actually, you know, did actually buff him for whatever reason, because, like, I looked into the notes, and apparently what they did was they made it where, like, the one weak spot that he's got, which is his eyes, they made it smaller, so, you know, it's hard to hit it. The only thing you actually can, you know, usually, you know, do weak spot damage on it with now is a bow. And they, like, you know, they took out, like, this whole thing where apparently people were, like, doing, like, a one-punch build where they're taking, like, Dozer down in one shot, because they were, like, you know, take advantage of the fact that, like, his weak spot was also, like, his tongue. I personally wish they would have just, like, took away the tongue weak spot and left the eyes alone, because it's already a pain in the ass to hit him with, like, with a bow anyway, considering, like, how he's, like, sporadically moving around all over the place.
Yeah.
But, aside from that, it was just, like, the whole mechanic of, you know, how you have to, like, you know, you have these pipes that burst, and if you don't do anything about them, it's gonna, like, you know, make the area really hot. And so, you know, you had, like, the option, you know, you have, like, two choices. You can either, like, you know, just try to tank it like I was trying to do, or you go and risk trying to, like, you know, fix it, which would result, like, in Dozer, like, you know, hitting you while you're trying to fix it. So, there was, like, a lot going on. He definitely was, like, a lot harder than Axel. You guys have seen, like, times, like, I fought, like, Axel the Tarantula, and I pretty much got his number now. But Dozer just, like, was a completely different beast. It just kind of feels like they unnecessarily buffed him in some ways that makes it, like, unfair for, like, solo players. But I understand they want him to be, like, a much harder boss, because this was, like, you know, pretty much their baby from the first game that they never actually put in, because we were supposed to get a lizard boss in the first game, we never did. But what I've done like outside of all that, I've done my prep time. So for starters here, so we go over here. My buggy is now like got max health, max stamina, healing, health pool on revive. All that's maxed out. Amber, make sure you go and check your milk molars, your milk molars, because you should have some milk now as well.
Yeah, I know you were doing a lot, and like you have like a lot to like go through.
So I did that. And also alongside that, we go over to DNA here. Last time I tried to fight Dozer, Whittle Wizard, I don't think I had like any upgrades on it at all. It's now at level 3. I was busy the past week going around like, you know, taking out just about everything I could with the staff. And so that's at level 3 now. So it means a sizzle, shatter, and pucker damage greatly increased. So there's that. Also, crit machine for my spider buggies now at the max. So spider buggies 3-hit combo crit does greater damage. That's at level 3 now. And also got and it also has, I guess, this thing right here. Spider buggies 3-hit combo crit does greater damage. Crit chance increased with the spider buggies 3-hit combo. So at least now Richard should be able to do like more damage to Dozer if he gets a crit on it, which I don't know how it's gonna be possible because Dozer's weak spot's his eyes, unless like we manage to stun him. I also did like get 1 level in Webmaster. I don't know if that's really gonna help. I'm at 36 out of 50 towards level 2, but at least that's something else, right? I personally wish like the buggy things, like we can unlock that for everyone. Another key one though, and this is really gonna help. This also is gonna work for Amber. Finally got Trapper Peeper unlocked. Base level for like the base level for it, so critical hit damage slightly increased. I think it's supposed to be like a 20% thing. And we're at 27 out of 50 now, so at least we're somewhat on the way of getting 50 gold cards. I was trying to get like some more off stream. Wasn't really working out that well. How I actually got like to this was, I think it was like I think it was like a black ant soldier, I think a cockroach, and also orb weaver. Actually surprised I didn't get like orb weaver ones by now, considering the fact I got wolf spider like gold card pretty early on. Yeah, this is something Amber can use for her critical stuff now too.
Yeah, especially since I tend to run like crit lifesteal builds all the time on games.
All right, over here, I also have got a bigger chest in my pantry because I was busy, like, you know, doing a lot of crafting for this. So as it stands, I went into the freezer. So if Amber by chance needs like any ice splinters, I've got 30, 30, 30, 33.
Maybe for those lights that I like, because you use icicles on those.
Well, what we got here is, so as it stands with this, I went in and made me some potions, or maybe some smoothies. That was one of the key issues before. I went and farmed a crap load of lingonberries, so I got 20 chunky Lady in Reds right here, 13 sticky Mentitos, though I do have like some more Mentitos over here. I got like 20 more I made there. I got like 6 chunky Liquid Rages. I've got like, you know, some meals right here, and I got like 5 granola bars and 10 lingonberry bandages. And I've read someone online was like using the Tang Bangers to try like, you know, pucker, like, you know, make like a pucker pool like down below Dozer when he spawned in. So hopefully that's the way I can actually get some damage going to him starting off. Point is, I want to try to do what I can to beat this boss today. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of this thing beating me. I want to take him down. Don't know if I'm going to this time either. But I've got like a lot more stuff going as far as damage is concerned, like critical stuff. I should be able to do more damage with my staff. I was in there last time fighting him. I got his health down like, you know, a very good bit before he took me down. That's because I ran out of smoothies.
Yeah.
So the plan is, I'm gonna like when I go in there, I'm gonna immediately probably like, you know, drop like a chunky Liquid Rage, because I did find out, I did like some research to make sure this thing I thought it was before. Smoothies stack with each other, so all their effects stack, you know, consecutively. It's just you can't stack meals. So if I went with a lasagna and a mac and cheese, try to stack both of them, it's not gonna stack both their effects. It only does one meal at a time. But smoothie effects can all be stacked together. So go pop a Liquid Rage to do extra damage, like when I get in there, and try to stick solely to using the Ladies in Red until we get to the sizzle thing, and then afterwards use the sticky Mentitos, which I'm probably gonna put like another few of those in here just to max this out. All right, so that's 20. Point is, if I go in here and get my ass kicked by him now, I might deserve it.
Possibly.
But I'm hoping that this actually will be today. I feel like I'm hoping I've over prepared.
I mean, we have a tendency to do so. It's like, okay, it gives us trouble a couple times. Now we're throwing everything we have and can pile against it.
So I'm hoping I've just over prepared, like especially all the damage and everything. But I just got beat him twice, I think, to be able to build like the trophy, like the wall mount, and also the trophy to be able to. And that means I'll be able to have an easier time beating him moving forward, and I'll be able to get like, you know, more drops from. Because once I can pretty much hopefully make his armor, and you know, at least once, unless anyone else wants the armor. Once I get his gold card and maybe his trinket, I'm not gonna probably be bothered with fighting him anymore. I may take him in. I like take others in there to fight him, but it also depends if anyone else wants his gear. But there is one other thing I'm gonna show you guys as well that I've been working on. for the base I added. So I felt like my little spot down below could use some work. So if anyone needs like any like spinning wheel stuff, I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spinning wheels, 2 glue things, 2 grinders, and I've got
I
like
feel like
2
I'm rubbing off on you on that.
2 garden patches and 2 ponnet patches up here. So I got me a whole little crafting thing up here, like just for on my roof. The only problem with it is that it's so high up off the ground that it's so high up that a lot of my stuff down below my chest doesn't actually go through to it. There's a few things I've had to actually bring up here at times. But at the very least, it's just like a little spot right here. It kind of gives like a little bit of view over there. And I'm hoping that also another thing that's gonna be used for it is like I probably gotta put like the only problem is there's like a ladder right here. But I kind of want to have this set up as a thing where like Amber can easily like, you know, set like a zip line up. Because it looks like it's from where she is. She's gonna put a zip line there. It'll be like a straight shot like over to the roof right here so people can land on my roof.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, I can set
I mean, I've got a
this
landing right here that I've set up just to go towards your base, even if it has to cut through to like the trash can or something first.
Or push
It's
kind of
got a pretty straight shot over there.
And if she doesn't like, you know, set it to where it'll do like right there, I do have my watchtower right here. So I could probably like maybe put like some kind of little spot out here on the side for people to like land for the zip lines. But either way, all that's then. This is now. I got a kaiju to go fight.
Yep.
So I should be prepared. Let me make sure I got my right build. I'm hoping this is gonna be it. All right, let me see. The Trapper Peeper's on, and I got like critical hit chance, critical hit damage from that. I'm hoping that like with the next like update, 'cause I don't think there's like a way to max out coup de grace just yet. But I got coup de grace 1, Trapper Peeper 1. Mithratism is not gonna help me out here, so I need definitely. So, we're gonna need fresh defense.
And on my side, I'm just working on building more houses and stuff and getting more things here and there. Because I've got the stairs up over to that side a little bit too. Trying to finish out this branch.
I also did like my Axel Talon. I now have like a level 5 Sour Axel's Talon. Which don't know if I'm gonna use that on Dozer because the main thing is like trying to like, you know, keep distance with him. But push kind of shove. I mean, I know I do have like some builds, like if I can go in with a Manus armor, I do have like a thing where if I can actually start blocking him properly, I do have the thing where I can like restore my health, like, you know, on crits.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
But and also I forgot one last thing. I finally got to use the Buffin Barrel. So Richard, I wish I could have done this on stream to show you guys how it worked, but Amber can always do it like when she does the buffing barrel. So Richard, as you see, there's a difference between him and Benita. Benita Pumpkin Donk is a level 2. Richard's level 3. And I found out with the Buffin Barrel that we go over to this. Currently, level 3 is the max. Where there is going to be a level 4 we can put him up to. Which I think, like, realistically actually means he'd be like a tier above Axel. But,
it'd be interesting.
So we're gonna need 5 buffing glands. I figured things out about the buffing glands. So just kind of doing this work because we're gonna go and fight Dozer in just a sec. So if we do like buffing glands, because Amber's gonna probably want those too, but she's probably not gonna go and fight these things.
Yeah, I'll probably leave that up to you and like continue to help on the passive gathering side of I go way too far on this.
So there's some right here. I found out that this one right here. So they like there was that one ogre bomb, like you know rust beetle that we saw down there, and that one and down in the little fairy house thing that we called it. He's hard to beat now. He's harder to beat. This right here, I think was I wanted to ask the cricket, and also I found out the hard way that because these things spawn at night. So it's funny because Amber's over there close to the location. She won't see it though. I think it's not there. So you know that one big cooler thing, whatever it is, over there right next to the hot dog stand? That one big blue thing, or that big greenish thing on the map? Well, at night, there's a chance that an ogre praying mantis can spawn there, and he's had my number every single time, like since I started fighting.
You mean the guy right by my front door? Okay.
No, over there right next to the hot dog cart.
Yeah, a lot of my stuff like goes right by that area. That's like the main area I get dried grass from, like right outside my front door, basically at the tree.
Yeah, if I do a waypoint, just show right there.
I'm looking at your screen on the map. I know exactly where that's at.
Well, he doesn't wander outside it, so as long as you don't go up there, he won't fight you.
Yeah.
But the thing I found out about ogres is that they can have different elements to them. So I went up there. The mantis was a tang mantis. But it can also be spicy, and I think it also can be fresh. I haven't beat it yet. So far I fought like a few rust beetle ogres, but and I think there was another one if I can't remember, but that's how we get the buffing glands.
Mm.
So to upgrade like your buggies, the buggies we have to pretty much beat those things.
Yeah, the normal praying mantises aren't exactly the best when they get the jump on me, as is.
I mean, they're not that bad. It's just that like you've seen like me like slap them around, but
yeah. I was just saying with my current build, it doesn't exactly go the best with some of them sometimes.
yeah. But at the very least, like I said, like ogres only come out at night usually, except for the ones that are over there on the radar. If you look up buffing glands,
Yeah.
there's like some over there at the in the garden. A little bit. All right, before we actually continue onwards, there's one other thing. Well, let me make sure I got food. I also built like another refrigerator up here, like one for just my meals and one for my snacks. Okay, so there's that. And
I really love the chaos that I have put together for my little treehouse up here. You can tell I'm just wandering with it for most of it.
I do have to make like another quick stop by a lab real quick before I...
It would be cool if those storage
the first thing Richard does is pick a fight with a butterfly.
Wish the storage bins actually had like a little bit further transfer distance than they do.
And also, I did like, don't worry about trying to get a gold card from the gnats. I finally got one from those little jackasses too.
Nice. I thought you've mainly been the one getting like the little cards and stuff this time, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, at least with it being a shared server, it means like, let's say Joe gets on and like plays with you casually or whatever, or Matt gets on, like any of you guys can contribute like whatever bugs y'all kill.
Yeah.
That's the wonderful thing about Trapper Peeper, like it's a global one. All right, I got 6,000 for starters. Black Ant Buggy, getting that now. And we got 4,330. I don't know if we really need to bother with the hot pouch thing yet. I mean,
I haven't really used it.
Okay, so let me think here. I know there was something you were wanting. I mean, I know we got the cookbooks.
Most of my stuff that I was wanting is definitely in the
Buildings.
Yep.
There's enough for well, actually technically only one. Because like the pine cone roofs and rugs are, well, I don't know, I don't think you really care about the rugs too much. I know you kind of like the way they look kind of cool, but I know you were mainly
the feather roofs were a big one. I'm eventually going to get all of them.
Okay, you want the feather roofs.
The feather roofs were like the main thing, and then right after that, like the next layer down would have been like the pine stuff.
Okay, well, we got like 1,800 left, so we can't really afford anything else just yet.
Yeah, but we're close to another
I know
thing.
The hot pouch thing would be nice to have eventually, but
yeah.
I also don't know. But that Black Soldier Ant Buggy was one that was really key. I don't think it's really gonna be a good idea to bring him in like for a dozer. I mean, let me at least get back to my base and see what the requirements are to hatch them.
And if you need me to help fetch things, just let me know.
I just need to make sure I'm done by probably about like 12:45 at least, because me and Max, since we're going to the movies.
Yeah, there's a chance I might stay on and, well, I'd probably have to reload it, technically.
Yeah.
Since I just joined it versus hosting. But I may, like, pull it right back in and work some more on this. Really just depends.
This isn't really that bad. Because thankfully, two of the things I need are close by. It just needs 2 chrysalis leather, 3 pine needles, 2 pine cone pieces. That's actually pretty.
If you can give me some extra of those, that would be great.
I mean, I'm not going out to do it just yet, but
yeah,
I'm leaving the ant right here. I mean, because thankfully, like that's the thing. The plus about like my base being not too far away from the pine tree. I mean, because that's the reason I set everything up here, where because like blueberries are nearby. And I got like all the sap collectors. I haven't really been using sap lately.
I've still been using them a lot, just because I keep throwing lamps everywhere.
It's close to like probably like the one place on the map where you can get ice, like get ice and everything. which also is like, is a good spot for like, good spot for candy and chocolate.
I still love this little bar or a little tavern thing that I put up here just because. I'm mostly using it for armor stands, but I wanted to make it pretty. So I went full on, like, okay, apocalypse movie. I'm using the mannequins because I'm here on my own.
And I'm just hoping that what I've got going now is going to work because, again, my buggy's gotten, like, the max we can get from milk molars right now outside of inventory, which wasn't really a thing for combat.
Those milk molar things, the moldy ones, they're individual, right? Versus, like, global. I was just saying, like, the ones you click in. Okay. Yeah, you can spec it individually. Okay.
Yeah, like the gold ones are the only ones that are global because that affects everyone's inventory.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, which I kind of prefer. I mean, I like how they did that because it means like, basically if someone...
Different people can focus on different things.
Yeah, though, I pretty much have collected enough for people to where like everyone can max their stuff out. Yeah. I guess like what I'm reading, what I've read, is as it stands right now, there's currently something going on with the game where even though there's like 8 milk molars unaccounted for I think gold. So people have been trying to find them and can't find them for whatever reason. Like they're showing up on the map or something, but it's not actually making it where they're collectible.
Yeah.
So basically what it means is that it's impossible for us to actually max out our gold milk molars at the moment.
Yeah.
But hopefully, obviously with the next update, we'll be able to like, do that. Which...
That'll be neat to add.
But that's the main reason I want to beat Dozer, because I mean, this is pretty much the last thing I need to do to be caught up.
Need to get more stems.
Also, it'd be kind of cool if, I mean, because I'm not saying they're gonna like buff a Dozer, like, or like, are they gonna like nerf him again with the update? Because the main thing, like what I did confirm, is that with Dozer, one thing that's different with him compared to Axel, or just some pine right here I can go and pick up, since I'm already on the way, since it's right here, is that the thing about Axel Rose, like the tarantula, for those that haven't fought him yet, it's kind of like a little bit of a tip here, is his health gets locked between phases. So like you can do like, if you do like a crab load damage to him, his health stops going down, so no matter how much you wail on him, it's not going to hurt him anymore. So just make sure you take that time to back away, because he'll do like a thing that actually can like really just seriously hurt you. But what I've read would like cause a lot of damage. What I've read with Dozer is, because basically how people are one punching him and everything, is that his health doesn't actually stop at any particular phase. It's constantly going down. So they don't actually lock his health at any point. Like they pretty much, draw the battle out. So mainly I just want to go in here, just try to do as much damage to him as possible and hope it's enough. I hope I can actually, because the main thing like with me like trying to like, work on my build more, is because like one of the best things I can go in here and do is like try to keep the battle from drawing out too much. Like, the quicker I can beat him if I can, the less smoothies I have to use. I mean, theoretically.
Yeah, at least theoretically.
I mean, that's kind of like how it is with just about anything or whatever, if there's like you find that something tough, you want to like try to like, see if you can end the battle as quick as you can. I'm gonna like probably put away my I'm gonna do this, because I want to have my canteen just in case.
That is so cute. I love it.
But I need more
stems and a lot more feather pieces.
I don't think I'm gonna be using like that axle spear just yet. I just had set it sour because that's the thing. Like Dozer's got resistances, but it doesn't say anything on the thing about like him being resistant to like he's not weak to sour or venom. But that basically pretty much means he'll still like take like normal damage from it, I guess. Okay. Like I said, if I can beat him once, I just want to beat him once during the stream, and afterwards I can just like worry about like trying to farm him like after stream. If I can do it once, that tells me I can beat him. Obviously, that's my main concern. I still just think it was like a poor. I mean, I love the devs of this game because how much they've like pretty much tried to make this game like better than the first. But I still say it was like definitely like a kind of a crappy choice or whatever. Kind of a I don't want to say dick move, but I do feel like they kind of like went a little bit.
Spawns in my base now.
I feel like they did go a little bit too overboard with trying to buff Dozer. We're like we're making it where like they made like the eye weak spot smaller, made it where apparently only bows can hurt it, and so that kind of feels like it punishes mage builds. It's like, okay, all y'all had to do is just take away like the tongue weak spot. Because I know this other guy was kind of like saying that it just kind of felt like, because people like the whole point of like some of these enemies is like, you know, come with builds that can destroy them or that can beat them. But then when people do that, like they got punished for it. But I could also understand from the viewpoint of they don't want people to beat Dozer too quickly or whatever. Have like a build that's basically, you know, where you can one shot them, so they end up getting bored before the next update comes out.
Yeah, like that was my theory on it.
I'm all about like you know bosses being a challenge and everything, but
I'm excited for the next update. Because you know I'm gonna have some interesting networks built the second I gain access to zip lines whenever they want to put it in.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's like probably like, you know, outside of like, you know, just having a whole other area to explore. I feel like that's just like what people are mainly excited about is finally having zip lines.
Because you know I'm gonna have a zip line everywhere.
Okay, where's my lean-to? I think I run into this problem every time I come up here. Oh, there it is. All right, set respawn. All right, it is my respawn point anyway. Part of me wonders if I should go and like rest until morning, because I think there's supposed to be a buff you can get if you sleep.
I mean, how late in the day is it?
Well, it said I can rest till 6. I can rest. Okay. I can go to sleep at wake up at 6.
Well, let me get back up there into a bed.
As soon as I do this, I'll go in there and like I'll run in there and eat, drink. Cause that's a good thing I filled up my canteen. I'm trying to make sure I got every advantage against this guy that I can, Rose.
And that is perfectly fine.
And I'm not expecting to go in here and actually beat him the first go or whatever, but I do know at least if I see him jumping up, I need to like try to make sure I jump in there at the same time or when he's coming down, because that ground pound was one of the things that destroyed me before.
Yeah, you got this.
I tell myself, but I mean, Richard's maxed out. He can't get any stronger than he is. I got like, you know, Whittle Wizard and all that. One of the key things would just be like, you know, once I like really start learning his patterns and all that.
The second I get a zip line that has a powered motor type thing to where I can go up the zip line, I'm good. So right now I just have the little dandelion that's infinite trinket really helping me out.
I also just need to make sure if Richard does get knocked out or whatever, I need to like try to bring Sasha. Like, I see he's close to getting knocked out. I need to like try to bring Sasha in. Not Sasha. Sasha's yours. Benita Pumpkin Donk.
Yeah. Just gotta set. You know, I should probably just set these down up here real quick. Now I can go rest at least. There you go.
Alright.
You're about as well rested as you're gonna get. Yeah, that could be a problem.
Okay, it's still good. Alright. Alright, Richard, let's go. We got work to do. Okay, making sure I bought like the Goopy Gobbler. Make sure I bought his food. Cause I remember, I think that one, I think last stream I did exactly that. I forgot the Goopy Gobbler, and I had to like go all the way back to my base just to get it. Okay.
Normally, you'd never catch me dead eating that.
Okay. At least I have one of the tonic patches. I kind of have that little variety going there.
Let me make sure we're good to go here. All right, have my Larvanya. Well, I don't know if I should really do weak point damage compared to critical hit chances. What I need to do, I need to do Mac and B's, because if it's hard to hit the weak point, if I can't do it with the staff anyway, what's the point? Okay.
I swear those little plant lamps do so much more light than the scorpion ones.
I'm a well-respected artisan.
It's a cute little spot. I like it. Okay, so got that. Should probably actually put that together. Let's see. Also on floors. That there. So at least that'll match a little bit better with that side. Let's see. I can always put it on the inner side. That's as close as I'm getting. Good enough. Probably put a ladder down, going between that side and the next side. Perhaps. I mean, keeps you from falling off there using that. I'll take it.
Long live the king, bitch!
Awesome! You got him.
That was tough as hell,
That
Rose.
is awesome.
God damn.
Yeah, you got quiet. I knew you were really locking
yeah, I was focused
in.
on my heart is pounding right now.
Nice.
I only beat Dozer Rogues.
I figured you over prepared.
Fuck you.
Got him.
Okay, yeah, and now I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, Rogues. I know it sounds like really cheesy. I feel like I'm about to pass the fuck out right now. Just because
I think you were
y'all
holding
saw
your
how
breath.
laser focused I was. Yeah, I was actually holding my breath a few months. I mean, I got. Y'all know like how much I was trying to kick his ass. I need a drink. I like in game, of course. The fact is, I went through the entirety of Bloodborne. I've beaten every single boss in it. For some reason, he feels like he might have been tougher and everything. But the thing is, I went to almost all my granola bars. But here's the funny thing about it. I think I only used like maybe. I don't know if I don't think I actually used any of my Chunky Lady in Reds. I used like 5 of my Mentitos. I think that was it. Yeah, so. I blocked most of his attacks. He did that stomp once. I found the stomp wasn't actually a one-hit kill and everything. God, it's so awesome. You've seen your ass unconscious, dead, whatever, right here, knowing I could beat you again. It's just the pressure of it's off now, Rose, because like I said, this is gonna be my last chance to do this before the update, because I'm gonna be going on break. You know, I like another break next week, and house set for Mickey D43. This is gonna be my last chance to actually take him on before the update release. I had all that pressure right there. I'm beating him, but now that pressure's off, I ain't gotta worry about it as much anymore. I told you guys I want to beat him for you. I want to take him down. I was talking, like, had this whole strategy at the start. I was like, I know I'm probably not gonna be in the first time, but it's right there at the end, because I start burning. I was like, nah, this ain't about to happen. And I had, like, you know, thankfully I did recall Richard and send Bonita in. Okay. And I ain't gonna lie, Rose. Like this, like I said, it's been a rough morning with some stuff
Yeah.
I've seen going on and everything. So this definitely was like something that was just
You needed something good for you.
I kind of needed this win,
And you got it. I think you grabbed it by the throat, but you got it.
All right, I am about to take a picture of this.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully this actually might be something that helps others out that might be struggling with them.
Yeah, that was
Maybe.
a fairly decent build you had running on that.
So yeah, pretty much, just so for anyone else who's had struggles with him, I basically just showed right here. I mean, obviously I know that those have beaten him as well. And I know you could probably be beaten like a whole lot easier, but main takeaway from it, have yourself like, pretty much, just make sure, you go through finding the Wither Sting. So what I used for this was a maxed out Wither Sting, serpent, like a serpent armor, all like, and sleek. And also I made sure that my buggy was maxed out, like both like, through milk molars as well as like through the buffing machine or the buffing barrel. And as far as like my specs were concerned, well, I mean, obviously, of course, I went in with a crap load of curatives. And again, I did over prepare on that because I think I only used like 5 my sticky Mentitos. And then like a few liquid rages I popped. And then like, I don't think I actually really did use my chunky lady in reds. I was mainly relying on the granola bars. So try to find some granola bars. As far as like my build itself was concerned, I went in with at least 1 level of Trapper Peeper. So if y'all went in with 2, it'd probably be a lot easier. But the only problem with this is like a critical hit chance thing. So I don't know if I was really... I mean, I think it might have just been weak spot damage. I think I probably was still doing crit damage on him. But I had Coup de Grace, Trapper Peeper, Fresh Defense. That's a must. And did I just... Well, I think Cardio Fan was what I was going to do anyway. Because see, Pheromone Shot would have been great if I would have been used like a Great Bow thing.
Yeah.
But... Because that pretty much means like the buggy would like draw ire from the foe and then rage nearby buggies dealing bonus damage for a short period and combining that. Because I did actually, if that didn't work, I also did make a Night Stalker thing, which means like buggy vampirism. It was my first time actually making it this week. Your buggy heals and dealing damage, buggy critical hits heals significantly more. So it means technically I could have kept Richard in the fight longer. But I'm cool with the fact that I went in and beat him. I would love to get either the trinket or the gold card.
Yeah.
Okay, well I got his lizard scale. Lizard Horn. So yeah, and Searing Stone.
Interesting.
A Gastrolith infused suffused with spicy shards, plucked from the gullet of a lizard. Use the elemental power. Okay, so I got 1 of those, 5 lizard scales, 4 lizard horns.
Bottled in scenic precaution.
Hey, at least I'm not asking for like a castle with a roof made from lizard scales or something.
No, I'll be telling you to like, get yourself buffed up and get a team going and get it yourself. No, I mean, I'm just happy I beat him once.
Yeah. I couldn't resist teasing just a little bit.
If they say you actually can make houses out of lizard scales, y'all better like make sure he's got some kids or something, like some children we can fight. That was
Something
the weird
a little
thing also,
easier to take down.
Because speaking of, that's one thing I still am kind of like just trying to figure out because I need to like, look back into it. Because remember, we did get the Broodmother's parts, but I still don't think there's actually anything we can make from her parts. I wonder if they're going to be doing more with her in the future or...
Maybe.
I'm
just happy I get stuff to build with. Sometimes.
All right. Well, I'm just glad I beat him, but priority number 1, well, I gotta go and scan everything first. I'm gonna see if I can at least make the thing that will make him easier to fight.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a priority there.
But like I said, Rogues, if you go and fight him or whatever, you haven't yet, be prepared, because like I said, I swear he makes these, like, it's like they set him up like, similar to a Soulsborne boss.
And that's why I stayed building while you were doing the fighting.
Yeah, but that's kind of like usually if y'all see me like go quiet like that, you know that I'm laser focused on it. I mean, I was locked in.
I tease about it because like I rarely see you like go in that hard on something.
Oh, let's not. The thing is, this is twice now this happened. Let's not forget. Literally, like last year, Rita's Rewind. Even there was a like this thing was probably a dragon. Yeah. I'm referring to King Dozer, mixed personality. It's the boss they bought in, like, with the Beat the Heat update. It's hands down, like, the toughest boss I fought in this game and probably the toughest grounded boss I fought, period. And I finally beat him today, after, like, getting my ass stomped by him, like, multiple times previously. So at least now that I've actually taken him down, I know I can do it again. Because the thing is, they buffed him. Like, you know, he originally, like, you know, like it was like people were going in like and using like little fist bills, just like beating him barehanded. We're playing on normal.
Yeah, they buffed him a lot compared to what he was before. Oh, don't tell me this is gonna start turning around on me again. That is one issue I'm having building in this tree.
Okay, let me see.
Is I'll place a thing, and it's just like, oh yeah, it should work there. At least I can kind
Still
of turn
kinda
it
shaking
around
from
and
that,
get
though.
that. Yeah. And understandable for sure.
Okay, but because Richard, I can bring Richard back now. Rich, I need your help. Because also, did you get that mutation that I dropped from him, or was it just me?
Yes, I got the mutation thing too.
Okay. Damn it, Richard! I don't need your help with the ants.
Nope, need all the help. I swear Richard always fights.
Like, he just came back in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is actually worse because, like, this cricket, I want to take it down. Might as well. That's why he's like occupied with that. Richard, your help is appreciated. I don't think I need it though.
Okay. Now what else can we get into on this?
Whoa, and I got another one. Whoa, hold up.
What else you get?
I just got another mutation from the. I usually run you know, Venom, you know, rogue build basically. So I just use like the wolf spider daggers. This is like normally not even like really my build. I mean, sometimes I'll use Night Stalker. I didn't bring like, you know, the Mantis one because I felt like it was really help with Dozer. I'll sometimes like, you know, because like Mage isn't really usually my build, but I've heard that was one of the best ones used against Dozer because I was trying to keep, you know, away from him. But normally I run like a either Mantis or Night Stalker with the Wolfsbane Fangs and Wolf Stringer. Kind of like, it's pretty basic. I don't like, you know, really go anything extravagant. It's just, I've always like, I mean, I just kind of like, it works for me. You know, I like, you know, having a build like, you know, the Mantis thing where I can kind of like heal on hits and also like poison them.
Yeah.
But like for Axel,
my current one's definitely just a utilitarian, kind of gets me around and takes out a lot of the easy stuff because I'm not trying to go after the challenge as much. So I've got the mosquito needle and Northern Scorpion thing. What's that?
I forgot that I found another weapon while I was off stream. So you remember, like, you know, when I went down, like, you know, deep in that one spot in the wall, and there was that orc wolf spider that scared the shit out of me, and I jumped in the water. Turns out he was guarding something. I went back down there exploring and everything, and yeah, he had a pretty nice little weapon. I don't know if it's anything I'd use, but we can build it now. It's a like I think like a sizzling hammer.
Oh, yeah, I'm not really like a hammer person, so.
Well, I know Joe would appreciate the name because apparently the it's like upgrade for like a hammer called like a jalapeno.
Yeah, he'd love that.
But we can make it now, so. But yeah, personally, my favorite weapon is like the I love my daggers. So that's, I guess, one thing about like fighting Dozer right there. That's fighting like the way I fought him is normally not my play style. So I went in and fought him like with a play style that I normally don't even use, and finally beat him.
Rocket was watching. He likes the name.
I actually did get them, but I haven't used them. I actually found like the stranger version of them. I know what you're talking about.
Water, bringer of life.
Let me see, because I think I can actually, you know, kind of like look at the. You're talking about the. Apparently, I can't. Yeah, the woolly whoppers, or I got that and the icebreaker. Yeah, the woolly whoppers out, but I did find the icebreakers too.
Can't remember if I put repair glue anywhere.
Yeah, it's normally called a boomstick. Yeah, that was like the one I got from the orc wolf spider. But then, like I said, the boosted variant of the jalapeno. When charged, deals extra spicy damage. Charge blast. When charged attacks, deals sizzle and spicy damage in an area. But that's what I like about this is the stun is massive. I mean, I don't think it's like the best or whatever, but the best in the game. I know there's like a few other ones like I still need to find. I think there's like a pair of like Reaper sides. Which, if I'm correct, let me actually look up that real quick, because I think if I'm right with the Reaper ones, what I looked up, like, the stats on those, that might be something that might finally replace, like, Amber's needle.
Yeah.
I think it actually had a health thing. Reaper side,
Then again, if I remember right, I didn't like the slower swing on that one. Or something like that.
well, that was the first game.
Yeah, true.
Crypts and Reapers. Modified version of classic Dust Blades. Oh, yeah, Dust Blades, that's... Gives you health for your kills, how vampiric. Earwig Pincer, it's in the pumpkin patch.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, we have different play styles, though.
Yeah. I do like the variety of weapons, considering how many things like work differently for like different people.
Desperate Criticals. This perk increases the player's critical hit chance by 5% when they have 30% total health or less.
Yeah, and you know I tend to run lifesteal crit builds when I can. I was doing pretty well even like on Mega Bonk with like that kind of build with Sir Oofy, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, at the very least. Interesting. Next, the thing about the, like, you know, the, yeah, it's just because the main thing is that the Whoppers, I mean, I can agree. I mean, the whole chilling thing sounds awesome and everything, but for Amber, you know, she likes, you know, run like a vampiric build, so when she heals,
Yeah,
like, so she
but I
can
mean,
heal
I'm
with, so
mostly
that's
just running around and using them as a quick, like, life potion or something as I'm getting from point A to point B. I'm usually our runner and builder, but... Or, like, a bow build kind of person.
That's like, I mean, because mage builds, I mean, it's, I like, me, like, trying it, like, you know, like, basically getting, you know, kind of, like, understand how it works, like, you know, fighting King Dozer. It's fun, but it's still not necessarily for me. Like, I just like, you know, I like, you know, being right up there, up close, like, just slashing and stuff.
I mean, sometimes I get in the mood for that. But a lot of times I'm just doing
you can
whatever.
choose one out of these: fencing, roofs, or fencing or roofs.
Probably the pinecone roofs.
Gotcha.
Out of the two.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, mage is fun. Like I said, it's just not. I mean, I used it mainly to fight Dozer. Because, I mean, but hopefully eventually once I really start, because it's just the whole thing with Dozer is that he's a fun boss. I just don't like the sizzle mechanic. I mean, I was just in there tanking it. Because I felt, okay, what's the point of me, you know, this thing's fast. What's the point of me going to the door or trying to fix the pipes or whatever, knowing he's going to, like, slap the shit out of me while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
It feels like that whole, like, approach would probably be better if you had, like, maybe at least 2 people playing. Welcome in, Black Rose. Honestly, the fence thing probably actually might be a better thing to go with anyway, because it seems like the only thing about it is that you're, yeah, it's just, you know, you don't need burrs that, but you need rust.
Yeah, I'm already like halfway building. A lot of the mushroom stuff needs rust as well.
Yeah, you will like need burrs for this too, but thankfully no spot.
Well,
Like,
there's
the
burrs that
fencing
grow like right below me.
Yeah, but at the same time, really, like the pinecone fencing as a whole requires like, you know, 3 different things, like rust, pine cones, and pine needles. But this is just burrs and pine. And you get, like, you know, a lot more variety. God damn, how many roofs do you need? Whatever.
Well, there's a lot of pieces and stuff. Yep. The peaked ones, all the little circles and stuff going on.
So, yeah, Ranger challenges have all been completed. Now, for me, it's just, you knew how much, you
fell a
know,
little
like, you
bit.
know, I had a vendetta against that, you know, that
Oh,
crit,
yeah.
though. But I'm just trying to wonder, like, how, are all the bosses we're going to fight, like, be someone else's, or are they going to be someone's pet?
Probably.
I mean, Dozer was someone's pet. I looked at the lore on that. Axel was someone's pet.
Mm.
Probably like, considering the lore behind it, apparently it was like Buzz from Home Alone's pet, since it's like the same timeline. Yeah, for those who don't know, Axel the tarantula actually is a Home Alone reference, because in the novel for Home Alone, they actually didn't name, because Buzz had a tarantula. I've already stated this before. In the novel for Home Alone, they actually named it, and the tarantula's name is Axel. So Axel is a Home Alone reference. Yeah, I try to like drop little lore drops here and there, mixed. But yeah, Axel actually is a Home Alone reference. You know, just.
I mean, you're literally a walking '90s like reference book, basically. When it comes out, the
I still
little
say
like,
these
lore
pictures right here
drop
absolutely
and stuff.
hilarious. Like, just like the scientist final moments.
Yeah, just a bit.
But yeah, and also but it's just that's the thing. She's I'll show you what she's got. Not all of it, because all right, so I built over here like near the ice cream cart. I kind of like ended up like, I was okay, I know I'm gonna probably like run a risk here, because they're gonna be doing the pond right here and all that. And thankfully so far it hasn't actually impacted my base. It's just it did cause me to like lose some of my my fencing and everything, because they like just piled all that dirt outside, like right there, like at the border. So I had like all this fencing, which for me doesn't really matter, because I had to like to keep stink bugs out.
It's easier to ask where I didn't build in this game.
I'd recommend it because so far yeah, I'd say wait until after the update and make sure that it doesn't actually hasn't damaged my base before you do it. But it's such a great spot, because you have like right there the ice cream cart, only place really you can find like the ice like needles, or like the ice, and plenty of candy and stuff in there, as well as chocolate. Blueberry patch right there, as well as like a little spot for like a spicy candy. Lunchbox right there with a few more candies there, and it's also close to like a ranger outpost or whatever, and it's a solid spot. Oh yeah, me and Amber, we were all talking about that.
Yeah,
I wanted to build on the ice cream cart.
I wanted to build on the top of it a good bit there.
But another thing, of course, is like it's also close to the pine tree, so there's like plenty of resources right here. It's a nice little spot.
I'm probably going to build like an outpost on like that pine tree, like when zip lines become a thing, so I can easily get back and forth at least to get quick, some of the pine needles and stuff.
Lizard scale. Worm Slayer Greaves, Ashen Leather, Lizard Sconce, Stuffed Lizard. So we can Stuffed Lizard. I forgot it gives us a little like science, I think. This one. Horn Heater, that's a shield. Lizard Wall. I like how it's just his eye. Worm Slayer Helmet. And finally, this one. Because this is, it's a level above them. That's small. Oh. Amber, you can make a fireplace out of them. Okay. And I like how it's stopped on 420 for the science. I know Amber's gonna appreciate that one. But
maybe. Maybe, just maybe.
But first things first.
I need that. I need that in my pumpkin castle.
Well, wait till I make this. I mean,
that's a later thing. Definitely a later thing, because you need a searing stone, 2 lizard horns, 8 chocolate chunks, 6 pine cone pieces, and 4 rust.
Transmog, you're talking about like where you can make your armor look, you can change, like basically use one armor and make it look like a different one. Yeah, transmog. I mean, it is to an extent, I think, but it's just like with the Founders Pack stuff, where you can like kind of use those armors, like use that stuff. Honestly, I thought they had in the first game. I can't remember. Before I come back, I'm gonna like see, because I already told you what my priority is. Like before, because best case scenario, once I'm done farming Dozer, I can always just like recycle like the thing or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see later on that.
I'm gonna at least see if I can go build one before we really worry about any kind of armor or anything. Because my main thing was just wanting to kick his ass.
I mean, if you want to have fun, you can come see my treehouse too.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just going to go after that Reaper thing first, since I got like a rough
Yeah.
idea on where it is. It said it's like on the eastern side of the pumpkin patch.
So far, I've got 4 little huts or building, well, technically 5, started on like the little main street area, trying to make the little like windy path follow the branch and all.
Yeah, in my first game, because Amber, like in both games, she's done like tree houses. In the first game, I just kind of built like a little grass house, like, you know, on the like at the pond.
And I built a small hideout. This time he said go wild with it on whatever I wanted to build.
I remember that thing being massive.
I built a single ring around the tree on the first game with like one little hideout.
Okay, let me get off here and
Mostly.
see if I can, okay.
I was holding back on that game. A lot.
Right,
A lot. I took off any stopping me when it came to this treehouse.
So this game's got jokes again. I'm gonna have to fight him one more time to get one more scale. They gave me 5 instead of 6.
Oof.
But you know, it's fine. I can take him again. I'm just not gonna do it during the stream. I got my one win on him. I said I want to get during the stream rogues. I'm gonna farm him afterwards. It's just
Definitely
like I
makes
said. I mean,
sense.
I've got Axel's number, but it's like I just feel like if it went for the whole sizzle mechanic. But at the very least, I did go in there and do this without really going too. I thought I was gonna probably burn through all my curatives. Only I think use like 5 of my Mentitos. And like maybe like 4 of my liquid rages, because I was like I was going over to those instead of like using using my lady in reds. But let me
this is just like the main street, like right over here. This is what I've been working on, like getting some of these little houses and stuff built. It's actually probably harder to see at nighttime.
You want me to? Well, I mean, I'm at like a lean-to. You want to?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and rest real quick on this up here.
Because I was over here trying. I mean, I'm gonna at least like set up like a blueprint for that dozer thing, so I can get it started.
I mean, it's been a while since I've done like a full quick tour of the treehouse because like, I'm working on the.
I get lost every time I go there. I was like, okay, just where's what you need? Where's
I really need to finish my stone path through like the rest of the treehouse because like this is. I'm working on, like, you know, doing the whole little stacking the paths to make it kind of look more realistic and all up here. I've got at least the plans going all the way out to the end of the tree over there for the main street up here.
Okay, I had a rock.
Right here, there's a trap door that leads to the lower floor of the upper branch.
That works.
Yes,
right there.
Yes, I made 2 floors. This was a little break house, like right up here. Go down here. Here's my upper farm and the tower. It doesn't look like a tower yet, but it will look like a tower in just a moment.
I just got the funniest idea. Rogues in the future, I'm gonna make like maybe a tower, that one, like, you know, the little spiral staircase, like little watchtower thing on my base. I've already decided I'm gonna make a big ass thing up above it, like a big pole or whatever, something. I'm putting this on there. I'm gonna have my own Eye of Sauron. I'm gonna have an Eye of Sauron. No, I got to look at it. It literally looks like the fucking Eye of Sauron. I'm gonna, like, you know, take my little spot right at my house, like the spiral staircase thing or whatever. I'm gonna like put like some kind of, like, you know,
I'll go fly down to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm totally doing an Eye of Sauron at my base.
That's the tower that leads to the farm. So he doesn't get lost. I built a tower straight up. But the main part kind of flows around here.
Yeah, lizard scale 4 acorn
mostly in the
shells.
lower part. You can kind of see my little storage area.
Yeah, I'll worry about, like... So like I said, now that I'm no longer pressured about trying to beat him on stream and everything, like trying to finally make it happen, I'll be able to go in like, okay, yeah, you beat me that time. Hey, good on you or whatever. It's fine.
An ad hit.
But yeah, once the thing is, like, me doing the whole like thing with upgrading. Speaking of Richard, bring your ass on. Me upgrading him and, like, you know, my stuff upgrade. Yeah, that really helped.
I'm gonna grab a picture of it again for like everyone. At least for later, since I'm going ahead and floating down now.
I mean, that's just what gets me. I was able to beat the freaking Orphan of Kos and like Bloodborne in 3 goes, but that jerk like gave me trouble.
Yeah. Oh, I can see my little tavern and all.
And let's not forget, like, Ibrias or whatever it was.
Mm.
Big giant, like, big, skill check, Elder Abomination. I didn't even know how hard it was. Just went and just bum rushed and beat it on the first try without trying and shocked people in the chat with it.
It's because your
was like,
usual play style was like the perfect storm, like perfect set for it.
Okay. Set
Yeah.
eastern side.
It might be a little bit large. I'm just working on the upper portions now, mostly.
A little bit.
Let's see if I can grab some more of the resources to pull up. Because, like, that's where my buggies sleep. I was gonna put in some more storage for, like, the plant bits in there as I add more expansions. Over on this side, I have the little pond. I have the hot tub and a little bathhouse down there. There's a lower branch this way that wraps completely around. So every side has an access point going up. This was the original bunkhouse for, like, them coming over, playing multiplayer and all.
Check
Little
something here, guys. Sorry.
dotted little spots right there. The tower so no one gets lost
Gotcha.
and can get to the top.
Shut up. Can a guy, like, of course, the larva.
One of my storage zones and everything, in general landing zone when I go up.
One thing I like about the larva is that, like, when you just run up on them, and just like with the staff, and it looks like when you just smack them right with the staff itself, and that's it. Okay, I'm going back to mother build for now. I mean, I don't have my Manus armor on me, but Night Star will do.
Just grabbing some quick stuff before I run back up to the top again.
Slicey dicey.
Yep. Since I needed some more dry grass chunks up there.
Okay, and this would be good for, like, having my ambush thing on. Alright. So then I gotta just be...
I think I had one
Yeah, that's right. Let me see here.
Yep.
Blades and Belcher. Spicy lizard breath is permanently dull to your gastric system. Ew. Cause you to occasionally belch while attacking. Perfect blocks can imbue attacks with a sizzling area of effect.
Yep. This is
This
my
is what I'm curious
kitchen.
about.
Made a little comfy spot right down here.
Oh. Bardic inspiration. The twing of your bow string mimics a harp, empowering your allies as you shoot. Attacks, perfect shots, and dodges can buff allies. So this is yeah. I
This
think
is my
it's
character's room.
Let me see here, because I think if I'm right. Yeah, after I killed that cricket, I got it. I guess it must have been, like, based on how many crickets you kill.
I made a whole tavern over here. This is my
I mean,
armor
I'm a bard
storage as
apparently now,
well.
so. Wait, if I'm
Little
right, hold on. Did I
tucked away
just...
spots.
Yeah. I just noticed. I now, at least for what they have right now in the game, I've unlocked every single one of the active mutations.
Awesome.
Blazing Belcher and Bardic Inspiration were the last two. And they don't have to be upgraded either, so... That Bardic Inspiration sounds interesting. And it makes sense, because, like, the Bard is usually the one that just, like, stays behind, just, like, stays to the, like, off to the side, pissing an enemy off or whatever.
I might get a little bit carried away. And I still haven't built the castle yet. Just did little bits here and there, sometimes offline. Being able to carry 20 things at a time has really, really helped on it.
Okay, so it said, like, I looked at a little thing online.
But it's not too bad. All things
Of course,
considered.
it's a freaking...
What are you getting into?
Well, we got, like, 2 earwigs over here.
Huh.
Just fine by me, because I never got past up a chance to beat these guys down. Oh my god! What the hell kind of Zenkai boost did I get from getting killed a bunch of times? I never wrecked a earwig that badly.
You came in strong on some of it, I think.
Well, it might be because I got rich over here, too.
Yeah, true there. I'll get that later.
Give me a gold card. You little... Yes, definitely worth fighting them or whatever because, like, you know, considering.
Okay, I definitely need to
Yahtzee.
bring more grass.
Well, stranger, thank you for marking like your place where your loot is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Just a bit.
you got an orc what in there? I was getting for some more pumpkins.
Hey, I'm okay with the pumpkins for sure.
Yeah, gotcha.
Truly
Nice.
my finest work.
What isn't nice is there's a whole. I'm gonna need a lady. You know, I live dangerously. Yo. Well, hold up. I don't want to. Well. Oh, yeah, you didn't like that, did you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna laugh if that would have been a gold one.
It would have been pretty funny if it was.
What I do kind of wish though is that they would change, like, you know, the drop rates a little bit for stuff. Like, because orc enemies are harder to find unless you're doing like a raid. I obviously don't want it to be like, you know, too easy to get trapper peeper rogues, but you know, obviously like bosses just like it's a 10% chance. Currently, I need to switch this back, you know, over to this. Yeah, what I use for my Venom build, like I said, I'm kind of like going Night Stalker right now, like Sleep Night Stalker. But normally I use like Mantis. I don't ever really use like the Wolf Armor anymore. But I use like, I'm got like, you know, Night Stalker, and I go with like the daggers here, and usually Night Stalker's Bane. But I will sometimes like switch out like you know, to I need to go back and check. Because I swear, if I went in and fought Gozer without having the Bale Scale equipped, I don't know if I had that or my Night Stalker's Bane equipped. I can't, because I don't know. I forgot. I think I actually did, like, you know, swap back out to the night. I can't remember. I need to, like, you know, check like check the stream, see if I actually showed my build going in. Yeah, pretty much.
Worth checking on.
Yeah, but this is kind of like what I do. I normally have this. I have like a sleek, you know, Night Stalker, but I tend to use like, you know, a Mantis armor. That's like my favorite. All right, but I should be able to kind of like just skip and hop over to this. Okay, well, let me see if I can just summon a ladybug again. Just go ahead and play it safe. Embarrassing. Bring in Francis. Francis, goddammit, don't be spawning right in the middle of it. You idiot. This is not what we now look what you did. Francis. Yeah. I mean, I mean, the Night Stalker is like one of my favorite armors. And I do kind of like the Mantis one, even though it makes you like Ludicolo, the Pokemon. But
I really like just running with that Northern Scorpion when.
All right. I really don't want to use my I should at least, because I might whatever. I've got like more Lavarnia. I just need to eat. I necessarily need to do that, but okay, let me run on over here and grab this because I see it.
That's what I was needing to go grab. Didn't you say you had a bunch of lint rope?
I should, maybe. I can't remember if I went through it or not.
I'm gonna come borrow some.
Well, do what you gotta do. I mean, there's plenty. Like you're basically gonna be like showing my house before I get there. It's hers is much bigger than mine. I just got like a little small one, just like that facilitates my needs and everything. I don't know, and that's the thing. I've really surprised myself with how I built because it's much better than the base I had in the last game. And normally I don't usually build a whole lot, like she said. Like we were playing Power World yesterday.
I've been rubbing off on him a little bit.
Yeah, she's usually like the builder when we do like stuff.
You turned around and I came back with a 2-story building and said it's a starter base.
Bad.
I love how I can float down past the trash can just on a dandelion tuft from my base.
Yeah, Amber usually makes sure that like me and Big DT43 and whoever we're playing with, like that we're taken care of when we're going out adventuring. You know, she usually takes care of the base build and sometimes like ventures out. That's why I had a little Power World yesterday when we were playing it. And like Grounded, the first one, I already had like a little base I built, which was nowhere near as like what I've got in this one. But really, I think like this and Subnautica are like the main games where I actually really went in and kind of, you know, went went a little ham on like making like at least some kind of base.
Might as well make it homey if you're sitting there and got some spot to run back to. Yeah, I
Okay,
can
now I
get
gotta go
all the
refill my-
way to the base of the rock path from my base just with a dandelion tuft now.
I'm just trying.
I don't even have to take my thing. Yeah, we're eventually gonna get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it because originally we weren't going to play it because like all that stuff like that the controversy going on. But once like the
Once it's
basically
settled
the original
more.
owners like got control back because I love Subnautica. Yeah, we haven't played Subnautica 2 yet. I've only played the first one. I got like a whole because that's the thing. I also stream on YouTube. So I got like a whole playthrough of the first Subnautica on there. Like there's like a lot more stuff.
Subnautica was the first horror game I actually managed to finish myself.
I guess it counts as a horror game.
I mean, I think it does.
Yeah, mainly, like I said, because I used to stream on Twitch, like, like years ago. But I recently came back, like last year. So I probably, I'm a YouTube partner, like not trying to, like, gloat about it on Twitch or whatever, but I do, like, take, like, my title, like, it's something that, like, I try, like, take the high regard and try, like, as far as being professional and everything. Outside of the fact I cuss like a sailor, but I try to, like, really embody it. But, I was, like, originally I first started on Twitch, like, years ago. And then went over to Mixer back when I was around, and now I streamed both Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, there's like a lot more. Yeah, so pretty much, like I stream to both sites, but point is like I have a lot more content on my YouTube channel because that's where I primarily stream before I came back to Twitch, and I got like a whole playthrough of Subnautica over there. Unstable Goo. Oh, now you want to give me a Sticky Mentito? Yeah, this chest didn't really have a whole lot really going for it. Trying to like see what I can kind of get rid of right here, so I can have room. I'm not getting get rid of my earwig stuff. I'm gonna go and just eat this.
I think you went ahead and already used your lint rope that you had or something.
I can make a trip because I'm just like trying to pretty much just do a little more stuff, like to make the stream a little bit longer before Matt comes, before we go out to the movies. I can run over to the picnic table and get you some lint. I mean, I know you're closer, but
yeah, I mean, I'm at your house.
All right, this is what I came here for, and gotcha.
Ooh.
I speed. Yeah, you said like you didn't like the speed on the other ones. This speed's like well up there, and that's without it being upgraded.
Yeah.
It's a level 3 compared to the mosquito. Isn't the mosquito needle like is that level 1 or 2? Isn't it 2?
Let me check real quick.
Reaping Blades heals percentage of your max health when you kill things.
Let's see. Yeah, mosquito needle is 2.
Yeah, this is a 3.
And it has the life steal.
Yeah, Reaping Blades has. So it says you have to kill stuff. That's the only problem. I think like with the mosquito needle, and also with that, I know you can use a shield. So either way, the recipe's there if you want to use it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Right now, let me go ahead and pick you up some pump.
Yeah, this one's lifesteal heal when dealing damage.
Well, I mean, you can basically still like just at least kind of have it in your things, like if you want to swap out between them, I guess.
Yeah.
Not sure we're gonna do sub 2. Mainly it's because like our primary games we're gonna be playing right now as far as survival is concerned. Because the reason I wanted to beat King Dozer is so I could get caught up. That's the last thing I really need to do for this before the next update. But other than that, we're mainly trying to get back in the Power World because we did like do some Power World a couple years ago, but we've been trying to get back into that since the 1.0 update. Subnautica 2 is definitely gonna be on the because we gotta still get copies of it as well. None of us actually own it. But because we really did want to because I did like Subnautica on my own course because I know there was I think like multiplayer mods, but that we were like saying like when Subnautica 2 came out, if we got Subnautica 2 this before it was announced, it would be cool to like actually play as a group.
Yeah, we've got a lot of games we're kind of in the middle of all at the same time, I've noticed.
Let me check and see if Pincer pincer earwig is like what I need like the card for. We're gonna go see Spider-Man. I was kind of like, you know, keep trying to talk about it right now, whatever, but you know, it's mainly because, you know, people like to spoil stuff and all that, but I'm pretty sure it'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm running to the picnic table to go get Blint stuff. I do need to get more rust too, as well, at some point. But I figured I could, you know, grab a chunk of everything I need.
Let me see here. Let me go ahead and...
Watch, I'm gonna accidentally run into a wolf spider and he's gonna, like, warp over here. Almost.
Brand new day. All right, let me...
Okay, what you got going on over there? Oh fuck no, not dealing with that mantis. Thankfully I saw it before it saw me, because it was going after something else.
My favorite genre, I actually like survival horror. Or I like, you know, I tend to like horror games, but horror, like action adventure. I don't really necessarily say, I don't know if I really would say I have a preference. Like I like first person shooters, like really well only, just not really big a fan, I'm not a big fan of sports or RTS. Okay, well, I'm trying to remember, like, yeah, it was like the pine stuff I needed for like the ant and thing. I can't remember if I got any chrysalis leather back at the place.
I know I'm out. I need to get more too. At least we have a to-get list for a lot of things.
Yeah, I guess kind of like, yeah, I'm not really too much in the competitive, like, you know, games or whatever. I mean, to each their own, of course. I'm not trying to, like, you know, obviously, you know, but for
Were
me,
you still needing that nectar?
Oh,
I
no, I needed that for the no, I needed that for, like, you know, for, like, to make,
because I just found two pieces, like, back to back over here.
Yeah, I did some nectar runs, like, you know, throughout the week. Trust me, I'm good. Yeah, I just needed that, like, to make stuff for the dozer fight. Which ended up, again, over preparing.
Yeah.
But at least it means I have, like, you know, more for next time I fight him. I'm definitely gonna need to, like, take him on a few more times to be able to get, like, you know... Because I still ain't got Axel's gold card. The plan is I'm gonna, like, go ahead and, so I've done pretty much everything I need to do during this stream. I got the Reaper things. And I got the, I
probably should have fixed my armor first. But oh well.
Well, with the thing about Dozer is that I fought him several times and lost, so I definitely was like, it was one of those things, like I said, with how much they buffed him, it felt like they really did, like, you know, make it where it was, I was actually unsure if I was gonna be able to beat him, and that's saying something for me, because like I said, I beat Bloodborne, and it's about that boss when I felt like, I was like, am I even gonna be able to beat this guy? Because last stream, I got close, but then, like when I saw him do that ground pound or whatever, I noticed I got like smacked or whatever, like near that boss. I was like, shit, because I thought he was gonna line up and do another one, but somehow I survived it and didn't really do a whole lot of damage to him. Because others were saying like when he does the ground pound, it's like the belly flop. It's pretty much, you know, it almost instantly kills you. But I think it's just like it's probably more along the lines if he would have fell on me.
Yeah.
I was trying to like stay away from him like during the fight. I have it. I don't know if I really have much interest in playing it. I got it for free from PSN from their monthly thing.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard like so much I heard about it. It definitely sounds like a game I'd like to play.
Mm.
It's just a lot of it is I'm a variety streamer, so and I've also just recently cut back to like a partial, like part-time schedule where I used to like stream every day, due to like things such as burnout, and also dealing with the stalker situation. That's a whole nother thing. There's a video on my YouTube channel about that. Only reason I'm bringing it up because I'm not gonna stay silent about it, and I want what they've done to be known. But I'm also not gonna like like speak too much on it during the stream. But yeah, I pretty much have kind of taken a step back from like a full-time schedule, so it's kind of made it a little trickier to kind of like really find time for what I want to play. But I'm also trying to look out for my mental health and all that. Like currently outside of this, I'm doing Cyberpunk 2077 Super Meat Boy 3D, which I should be finished Super Meat Boy 3D next week. This coming week, and I also do like retro stuff. I'm not gonna go too far into it. Yeah, I tend to I go to the gym. Yeah, like I said, as far as like information on that situation, there's a video on my YouTube channel. Okay, I'll come back and get more Chrysalis stuff later. I go 4 days a week. Yeah, that's always a struggle of it. I go 4 days a week, and I actually, my max deadlift is like 435. That's the max I've been able to do. But I'm also, it's like I'm not really trying to be like bodybuilder-ish or anything. I'm just like just try to take care of myself. So let me go back over to the fast travel thing over here. But yeah, I just try like mostly just I'm trying to like to look out for my health and everything. So it's kind of like I do a mix of like some calisthenic stuff and also like some weights, but I don't like lift insanely heavy for everything I do. But I do like a 4-day split, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah, that's one reason I go. Like, it's definitely a good mental health thing. It's definitely like a release and all that.
You usually post a lot about it on social media, on like what you get up to over there.
Yeah, I kind of like share like little gym selfies here and there on like Instagram and sometimes TikTok and all that. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's one of those things for me. It's definitely it's therapeutic. Sometimes I'll go in there, like sometimes I'll go in like 3 in the morning because my gym's 24/7. I'll just go in there and just kind of lift some weights and just kind of sit down and relax. Sometimes I go in, like the lights have an automatic system where if no one's in there for a bit, like they'll turn off, they'll be off. So I'll just kind of like sit off in the corner, like in the dark for a bit, and then like once I'm ready to work out, I'll go in the center, and that's when like lights turn on. Then I'll do my thing. But yeah, like a gym is like really good for like mental health and all that. 'Cause, I don't know if it's like an endorphin release or whatever, or what the whole shtick is to it.
Probably is, honestly. I'm getting a lot of pine needles on the picnic table too, in case you need some.
Let's see here, let me.
Water, bringer of life. Hands off, Web.
But probably when I get back tonight, I mean, it'll be off stream, but I'm probably going to take on Dozer again. So.
Yeah, I might hang out some more and get more supplies and stuff as I go.
But yeah, bulking up definitely can be the tricky part. But obviously, of course, like one of the key things, of course, is just like making sure
Thank
you
for the
eat
follow.
protein. Like just make sure you just have your get your protein intake and all that. And another thing is just look up like calorie, like basically there's calculators you can look up online that'll like tell you like how many calories you need to burn or maintain, like to maintain your weight, to gain weight or to lose weight.
Where do I need to jump up there from?
But a lot of it just like depends on like how active you are. So
Probably need to go
I think
down
for
and
me,
go
I think it
up.
said like for me to like to kind of maintain my weight, I think it's supposed to be like I think like 2,500 calories a day or whatever. But I also tend to like eat less than that. But I mean, I did have a whole pizza yesterday, but like it's like if I know if I'm gonna have like a big meal, I try to like just make sure I eat less during the day. and I really want me a pizza. So
Pizza definitely sounds like a good idea.
I mean,
I
I'm not
want
like the
pizza.
cleanest eater. I know I could definitely eat like a lot healthier, but I do still at least try to take care of myself in what way I can. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad range. I mean, if you're trying to, like, gain weight and trying to bulk up, what I pretty much sometimes do, like for breakfast, I'll have like, a protein shake. I use Transparent Labs as like my go-to brand for shakes. I mean, for a protein powder, and I'll usually put like, a cup of berries. That's like 80 calories to that. And then I've been like putting yogurt into it lately. So usually my protein shake will be like 500 calories. But I'm not really trying to bulk. I'm just trying to like, I don't know, I'm trying to like maybe. Appreciate that sub, Dave the Nut.
Awesome. Dave doing Dave things.
At least my lights are working right now.
And I'm doing pretty good today. Mostly just grabbing supplies over here before I start working even more on my castle, treehouse, whatever it's become now.
Incoming. Need a ride?
Hey.
Remember, let you like. I'm just here to fight. I just came in like a sitcom star. Like she's over here just adventuring. I just come in like daggers out. Like I just beat a big ass
You always
blizzard.
do that. I gotta fix my torch again.
Well, I've also got like another goal here. I'm gonna get roach goo on. I'm gonna make sure these roaches like bleed all over Sloane's face.
You're a whole mess. You know that?
Yeah. Like I said, if you can get your like what I'd suggest if you're trying to bulk up. See, Dave said Dave things like, wait, what'd he do? I forgot about the sub.
Yeah.
So like I said, like as far as like me trying to build muscle and everything is concerned, if you have access to like wherever you live, because we don't discuss location here, for the sake of everyone or whatever, so like there's no location discussion, but like wherever it is you live, there's I think it's like Shamrock Farms. They have like I usually sounds like I'll sometimes like get like these they have these 50 gram of protein shakes. They're like 300 something calories.
Maybe
like,
I can run back in the dark to get back to my
macros on
treehouse.
those. But if you want to do like a decent homemade one, like I said, I'll do like a scoop of protein powder, a cup of like berries, which for me it's like 80 calories to that. But it's kind of like for fiber and everything, antioxidants and all that. And I'll mix in like a cup of yogurt. You probably want to use like plain Greek yogurt. That'd be like for me that's like another 15 grams of protein there. And then like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter.
Let's see if I can get my
stuff
to work out right.
Because that's the thing. A lot of people kind of like misconstrue peanut butter because like the thing about it is it can be fattening, but only like you overeat it. If you just put like maybe 2 tablespoons or whatever like in your oatmeal or whatever. It's a good boost without you really, like,
this
going
game
too far
just
in
has
calories.
a learning curve. Like you eventually get to where you get like a little bit better at it, and I definitely had like a long period of sucking on the first game. A lot of times it helps like when you have like friends to play with and stuff too.
What, someone struggling with the game? Or
Black Rose said they tried playing the first game and they sucked at it. It's like we spent like a good chunk sucking at that game from time to time until we just got
run from in the first game.
Quite a bit. In the beginning, we definitely there's a lot of funny moments.
I mean, let's see. What was I think that
it is very grindy, but I definitely.
Like I think like you and Matt got killed by a wolf spider. And like there was no time. Y'all saw me run down to a right.
Oh,
right
that
into
mosquito was an asshole. I was floating over the top, and a mosquito decided to like pop my little thing. Well, fine. I didn't want to go up there anyway.
I mean, when you think about it, Mix, yeah, like how Mix just said it. More sucking games like this is the fun. I mean, it kind of because like, basically it gives you something to kind of like you learn from your mistakes, learn from what's like. Or mistakes, learn the mechanics, and when that moment when you beat the shit out of that first wolf spider is always cathartic.
Cause like you always get through it, you always like level up, you always evolve, but you're gonna die a bunch along the way.
When I first played Grounded, I was terrified of it. It's kind of like how it was with Subnautica. Like first when I played Subnautica, I was scared like hell of that game. I went back and played it again, and somehow went through the whole game without seeing like without seeing
Oh,
a single
it
Reaper
is
Leviathan.
absolutely hilarious. Remember that the first game, that one clip where we first saw the Black Widow and everything.
That was my fault, but I don't regret it.
It was hilarious.
Like we have a whole group there. Where everyone I think is trying to strategize how to fight this Black Widow, and then like who goes in like full Leroy Jenkins.
He runs straight in. He runs straight in. Like we need a plan.
I am the plan.
Pretty much.
I mean, but then it's like I took that one arrow shot, and then that health bar pulled. Okay, I was like, oh shit.
And then we all ran. That time. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
back to my treehouse at least.
Yeah, I'm about back at Masque Alley. But yeah, it's just mainly, you know, once you really learn the mechanics, understand how how different enemies work and all that. I mean, because it got to the point of, okay, this one Black Widow beat our asses. I'm all right. Time for me to like, you know, get my training montage, and then like, you know, whoever I was playing with like be off doing their own thing. I'm going around like, you know, hunting Black Widows, which I really do hope they bring them back.
Yeah, that'd be really nice to see. Gotta get some more grass pieces. If I'm going up to the top, I'm bringing a load of stuff with me.
It's funny, like if Dave's over here singing like some bard stuff, and I unlocked that bard
yeah,
mutation
a
earlier.
little bit.
I just love like to get the bard mutation. You had to beat crickets for it. There's a scorpion behind me, isn't he?
Probably.
That's the only thing I will say, Mixed, if you want to try to build a base over here, scorpions like this area, so just make sure, you know.
Let's see.
But yeah.
Any more?
This is basically my spot. It's nothing major.
It's pretty sweet for a little spot.
Oh, Dave's over here singing like Disney songs. So I just kind of like have my little Spy cave or Spidey cave down here. It's not Bat cave. It's just. I just thought, what would Batman do? Well, he probably uses resource. I mean, if he didn't have his resources and everything, didn't have his like infinite wealth. But Batman would probably do better than this. But I just got this little spot right here, like with plenty of like, you know, chests for everything. Eventually, I would like to actually, you know, get the like make these into full like bigger chests. That's this right here. I got like this spot right here, you know, for, you know. This isn't an MTV crib, but you're not gonna get a professional level like, you know, tour here, so just bear with me. And up here is like my kitchen. And, you know, and the chair I never sit in. Another chair I barely ever sit in. Another chair I barely ever sit in.
I still need to finish this. Please tell me. I actually did have the bug rubber to finally finish that vase that has been sitting there since like the beginning.
Hell, I had some bug rubber back here if you needed it. And this is like, you know, my
I finally
bedroom.
took the time to like make it. It's like I had the stuff to make it.
Which I can promise, chances are, like any girl who ever comes up here to hang out is probably gonna like leave instantly when she figures out like just how much of a macabre, you know, sense of decorating I have. It's right here. We got like, you know, rug for my most mortal adversary. We got ourselves a wolf spider rug. We got like, you know, more of my other mortal adversaries here. I mean, including like the ever so lovable Orb Weaver Jr.
I still love my little tavern up here. It's my favorite part of the build.
And over here, you know, we got like these. I could definitely do more with it. It's just, I normally suck at
That's
base
the secret
building.
tucked away spot.
Like I normally don't ever really base build. I just like, cause like, anyone watch my forest, the played with the forest on YouTube knows that what I'm talking about. First, I made like a little shack I don't think I've ever slept in. And in the forest too, I tried to make one out on a pond. Got pissed off because the mutants like walk across like, you know, the pond when it was frozen every winter, and I never even finished the roof on the place.
And that tower is absolutely so no one can say they get lost trying to get to the top because there's only one turn.
Yeah, so then like, you know, this is my little tower right here, which it's. Speaking of scorpions.
That one actually took me a while. Like, it actually took me a while to make that tower. I did that one mostly offline because of reasons.
And I will say, like I said, both of them. First one, I built like a little small house I never used. Second one, it was a house that I never even actually finished. But yeah, here's my little spot right here where I got like 2 grinders, couple glue mashers, a shitload of spinning wheels. Got the main thing we like, you know.
That's where I'm going to build my castle over there. Hopefully on top of that.
The one advantage you're going to have... this is the disadvantage you're gonna have because he's out there wanting to borrow sugar again, Amber. Hold on a second. So the one thing I'll say if you do try to build here, for starters, watch your front door because there are like, you know, scorpions over around here as I've completely left the thing open. And as you saw, there's a scorpion that'll show up out here, out the back. And there also tends to be mites that'll show up. Let me take care of this door. I don't have any Grey Poupon.
Hey.
God damn it.
Now I made the little light up there.
Oh my god, that's my door.
Honestly, that's a good question. I've not been keeping track of the time. I feel like if I kept track of the time, it's a lot.
56 o'clock. It's 57 o'clock, and it's also time for that scorpion to go fuck himself. Now I gotta fix my door.
And I have like a whole, like, I stacked the normal straight path and the curved ones to kind of make like my own little custom road.
Sorry about that, Rogue. Let's continue the tour. So continue the tour here now that, like, you know, Dwayne is gone.
Yeah, but there's like all kinds of like little spots that I'm gonna build, kind of twisting and turning through here.
But yeah, mixed. An advantage you're gonna have is that you're not gonna have to deal with what I dealt with. Freaking mites, dude. Bonk, 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 bonk.
And there's also a lower bunkhouse too. Like this was just the upper bunkhouse where everyone is just a little break room.
All this right here wasn't here. All this soil, they raised this up. After like, you know, start working on that. So previously there was like a whole bunch of fencing down here because thankfully this isn't an issue anymore. This spot right here originally had like, there was originally like fencing right here because there was a couple stink bugs that will spawn on the other side, but and there's like other resources down there I no longer have access to because they're completely buried. So I would say before you try to build over here, next time I play this is gonna be after the update starts, or at least, you know, go and check the area yourself first before you try to build here. Or don't try to build here before the update. Wait until after the update because I'm hoping they're not gonna like try to like, you know, do anything else that's gonna like mess up my base. But literally this right here, none of this was here before. All this was like actually like a little small like actual backyard for they like this whole rising right here, and the dirt inside was not here before they, you know, update things recently to prepare for like the Into the Abyss. So thankfully they didn't fuck my house up because I honestly had this whole concern. Because the way it looks, okay, there's a pond right there. I had this concern that because this area really made me think this might have been a spot where like some fisherman would have put a bucket down to go fishing. I literally, that was my headcanon. There was like a bucket he put here like for bait or whatever. And that I was gonna come here one day and my entire house was gonna be crushed under a bucket. But yeah, that's the other convenient part about it. It's right here near that big tree where it's gonna be like the next what is Richard fighting now?
Everything.
So yeah, that's the only thing I'll say. If you want to build here, the problem is there will be scorpions occasionally, which there wasn't any scorpions originally, you know, when I was like, you know, playing this part. It was just like stink bugs and all that, but that changed. But it's a great spot because the blueberry patch is right there. You got like a lunchbox over there. There's an orb weaver, but it's like a few little candy pieces. Right there is like, you know,
and there's also
like
this
box
that leads to the lower floor under the streets.
You know, you get the ice cream cart, you get like, you know, little like that little Stonehenge-ish thing nearby, I think right around there, give or take. I can't remember what all is over there, but it's near the calculator. It's just like a good spot for different resources you can't really like usually find like easily anywhere else. The only problem is that it's really far away from the lingonberry spot. I mean, kind of like a stone's throw away, but you have to go up. But you know, it's just at least when zip lines come in, like if you you can easily make like things for like to get to different areas. So, and that's gonna be in the next update. Yeah, my base isn't really anything major. I just put it together, winged it. I actually surprised myself when I built it because I normally suck at doing base building.
You did really good on it, honestly.
But yeah, it's just this little homey spot that I just. Okay, yeah, like I said, just make sure you probably wait till after the update. Because I built this like well before, like I think this actually was before the beat the heat thing, and thankfully, like, you know, my base didn't get completely destroyed. But I think I've heard sometime in the future they're gonna be doing some kind of thing that can make it where you can actually transport your bases elsewhere. So I don't know how it's gonna work, but I think that'd actually be pretty cool. All right, at least I got the pin, like I got like, you know, the Reaper thing now, so that's one of the key things I was doing. But oh, that's right, I need like, you know, try to make my black ant thing.
I forgot to set the lint to make the lint thing. So I gotta jump back down.
Okay, and it's weird because now they're saying I got the resource unless you dump something off over here.
Yeah, we definitely have very, very different tastes in building style.
I'd probably say the Grounded series. Grounded is probably my favorite because it's also because like one of my favorite. I loved Honey I Shrunk the Kids, and you can tell that's what this is based on.
I have really sentimental reasons for loving this series because the first one, that was like the first full game like you and Mac let me join in on more before I actually started like recording myself and everything. So I was jumping in on y'all stuff playing before I actually like fully set up my channel.
Let me see here.
But then again, like my computer couldn't handle streaming and playing the game, but it could handle playing it at the time. And now it feels so surreal to be playing Grounded 2 on your old computer because we got you like your dream computer, like everyone banding together in the community and everything. And then you gave me your old one.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like,
our community's piled together amazingly for that one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine, Dave. Also, I'm trying to, like, you said, let me tell you something earlier. What'd you do?
What did Dave do?
I'm curious if he did, because he tends
Dave
to do
always
that.
does things. Really cool things sometimes.
Okay, never mind. I guess I got misconstrued because he said, like, let me tell you something. I was like, wait, what'd you do? Yeah, he had me check my Venmo. I know usually when he does, I was like, wait, hold on a second. What's he up to? They just come in and just, like,
the sub was...
They'll drop stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Normally,
but yeah, but yeah, this is like one thing I'm not covering, especially considering like one person literally dropped $200 just like get me my PC, my dream PC case.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, I used to have like a much larger community back when I was on Mixer, guys. I know like things just kind of felt like a shadow of its former self. It is nice, like at least seeing those here and there that do kind of come in and give me some semblance of hope that I'll be able to get things back to where it was.
Yeah.
Let me see. Where's the? Wait a minute. Are you gonna try to tell me that the?
What?
Oh hell no! There's gonna be a fight inside there. I think what they're trying to tell me is that the ants, like the black and red ants, are gonna like share like the same spot.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's gonna be rich. I'm gonna like, leave or whatever. I'm gonna like, just hear like a bunch of like blows, like, I'm gonna see like Durant like pop. I was like, Dad, what? Whatever I named like the black ant, wherever. Like he stole the TV remote again. I was like, I don't even have like cable set up for you guys. How y'all watching TV? I was like, we're ants. We're good at building things. You think if we build a TV? I was like, well, you can build yourself like a solution.
Honestly, I think I've been building too much because I'm starting to get like a slight bit of lag in some parts of my tree. I may have gone too far. Possibly.
All right, it says right here it's gonna take like 10 hours for my black soldier and buggy to be ready.
Because like it's starting to catch a little bit sometimes on some places I'm stepping in my tree.
All right, so now that I pretty much got this.
Oh yeah, I will totally blame the basketball hoop for that. Ooh, another feather. I need that for
I got everything.
roofs.
Yeah, because once I do like in the stream rogue, y'all can of course go check out Amber. I think she said she's gonna like start Shiro World back up for herself.
I'm actually probably gonna call it like when you call it and everything. Might as well take it easy. I'm still resting up from. Yeah, I'm still resting up from.
Yeah, appreciate you. Take care. All right.
Trip home.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah. It's always nice to see new faces come in.
Definitely. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna think about what I can put away because I don't know. Part of me feels like I should like just keep holding on to some stuff. I am gonna try to fight Dozer again a bit.
There we go. Finally got the catch.
Hold up. Is that another? Oh my god.
What happened?
Where's my bow? Where's it at?
I swear, watching like which parts of my base wants to appear or not is kind of neat based on the render distance. That tower was the hardest part, like going straight up with the acorn stairs, because it used the whole little acorn bits going up all of that. But good thing I'm at, the tree that has the acorns trying to do that.
It also functions as a sniper's nest.
Okay, now what else am I wanting to get to?
You know what? I just kind of thought about something.
At least,
I want to celebrate.
I mean, they were kind of easy in some ways because you can carry more at a time. Yeah, I realized like my character's starting to like catch a little bit when I'm near my base now. That's a little weird. Maybe I finally placed too much.
Keyword there's finally.
Yeah, they might optimize it a little bit later for me, a little bit more. I could always, I mean, the settings can always go a little bit lower, probably. Play at lower settings because I just can't stop building.
Like I just got like this little tiny, like this little base over here and everything. She's over there like, you know, going Swiss Family Robinson on crack. Okay, I definitely wanted like that dozer thing for my That's a badass hearth.
It really is. You see why I was like, I need that in my castle. Maybe I need to make sure the castle's a little bit further away than my hideout. Because I guess this is my take on a hideout. It doesn't do very much hide. But it's definitely out there.
If I can do a thing.
Oh yeah, it's definitely catching some on that lag. Yeah, well. It hasn't crashed yet.
I'm a well-respected artisan.
It has not crashed yet, so we're good there. I think. I need more lint rope and pine cone pieces. They've already expanded it a couple times because of people like me. They already increased the build height limit because of people like me.
No, correction. They probably did it because of you.
Maybe. I might be part of the problem. I might be part of... I'm just helping them test their game. I'm helping, right? It's totally what it is.
I'm telling y'all, Rose, I'm gonna come at one point or whatever, and I'm gonna go up there and she's gonna just be wearing a loincloth or whatever. Me, Tarzan. You was like, my name is not Jane. Like, Tarzan ass looking Swiss Family Robinson. Oh yeah. Dishing it in the daytime, but I'm celebrating my win. I got me a firework launcher now. Should've done that at night or whatever, but yeah, I'm...
Probably.
Hang on, I'm curious. I probably shouldn't do this. Whoa, shit, what?
What did you do?
No!
You better clip that.
Oh, you can ride the firework.
You might would want to have a dandelion before you jump.
Oh, I mean, I didn't think I was actually gonna work, but here we are, Rose. I mean, fire worked all right, just not in my favor. Now watch someone watch the stream and go and do that shit.
Or tell their friend to.
Well, that's a clip.
Oh,
so you
yeah.
want to celebrate. All right, since you're on like a high here, here's your high.
Yeah, it's just coming down from it. That's the hard part. That's about as good as your introduction to the snake.
Like, were you watching when that happened, or?
I was looking at your screen when you flew.
If picture like how Purple would have been if she would have been looking in my direction, all she saw was like my name go flying off into the sky.
I should have looked. I should have looked. That's on me. I should have looked.
Are you done, Larva? Don't do it again. You know
I'm
you're
probably
poison,
gonna have
right?
to adjust my settings down a little bit for the next time we play because I think I've built too much.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Dave. Yeah, Dave things and all. Well, at least like where I died, like, because the thing is, if I would have done like a respawn or where I was about to do, I was like, wait, I'm not that. My respawn point is dozer. It's a dozer spot.
Because I was about to say.
I wonder if I can do that like while I'm gonna try it with Richard.
Oh shit.
I did not think that was gonna work though. I mean, that's when I didn't actually like. I thought it was gonna at least like just damage me or something.
Hey, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. It's nice to see you. I'm working on a lot of little things here, mostly. I'm almost trying to break my computer because I keep building too much. But today I've been adding more to my treehouse, castle, all the things kind of place. But it's definitely starting to glitch a little bit because I might have gone a little too far building. Just maybe a little bit, possibly.
Just a smidge.
I don't know when to stop, honestly. Just maybe. I kind of have a flair for the dramatic, to say the least. I'm going to have to adjust my settings before we play again, because I think I'm succeeding on the breaking my computer part of this.
Yeah, let's see, like, what else I need. Like, I need to repair my stuff.
Oh, they made the building so much more fun in the second game. It's a lot of fun.
Right, let me see here. Let me go down here and... I don't know if I should try to like, do that launch
God.
again.
Yeah, this is definitely starting to work. On trying to break my computer almost. Okay, I really need to like adjust the settings down like real quick on some of, well, wrong one. Options, maybe. Display.
At least I got 2 of Dozer's horns or whatever left.
I'm just gonna throw things to like medium. Wait, a lot of stuff is on medium. Let's throw that to medium too.
Let me get my Manus stuff. Let's see. Retrieve.
Maybe that'll work. Just throw a couple things down.
All right, do this.
Okay. A little smoother. Or not. Okay. We'll figure it out.
Put this here.
But I love my little tavern. Still love my little tavern armor storage thing going on here.
Okay, I'm about to try it again, Amber. I'm kind of concerned, but at least you know
you're
Richard's
gonna fight
got a
Dozer
parachute.
again?
No, fuck that. I already got my win on him.
Okay. I was concerned that you were gonna do that again.
I mean, already like almost like passed out fighting him earlier because like the adrenaline rush when I beat him, but
yeah.
I literally, like you said, I did stop breathing mid-fight because I was so laser focused.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you need any lives, I got
Rose
30
is over here blaming the basketball hoop on my thing and you. Yes, I'm telling on you. Just a little bit.
I play basketball.
I have a basketball hoop in here, and
well, I know you do.
I forgot to bring the extra grass stuff up, but this is mostly what I was working on today. Just kind of a little bit of a town thing going on here. And this is what's kind of making my computer hate itself.
If I'm gonna get up to more of this tomfuckery.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can actually launch myself and Richard.
Oh, you're doing the firework thing still?
I mean, if I found it, I mean, I'm gonna like...
Mm-hmm.
Should I actually picture like, like I can like put this up under like a boss spawn point or whatever and they get launched into the sky?
Oh, yeah.
Or hey, Dozer, what? Looks down like, just gets like uppercutted by a firework and knocks his ass out.
I could probably put at least the line work on some more of the fences, so I fall off less on my
Richard's too fat. Oh,
tree thing going on here.
So that was unique too.
What'd you do?
Richard's too fat for me to like, to like get launched in the sky with him, but the firework lodged onto him and blew up on his ass.
What?
Watch my screen.
watching, but it's still.
Oh, well. I mean,
Oh. I just realized this turned around on me. That is one thing that I have noticed is sometimes it doesn't want to place correctly. So you have to kind of wing it a little bit.
I was considering like what would happen, like try to put this inside my house, but I think back to but one word or like just one sentence. The gnome rockets and Sim busting out. I learned my lesson from that.
Oh, I would have thought you would have learned from all the times we've sat there playing Gone Fishing and you blew something up inside the house.
The story, Rogue. So story time. I don't know if Amber's heard this one. I don't know if any who all here has heard this one. So I used to love playing Sims busting out, and I had a cousin that I used to be like, we're best friends before stuff. We used to play Sims busting out. Like he had his little character and had mine. Well, I went to sleep. He was staying the night over. I went to sleep. He decided it was a good idea, like to romance this one, this one sim that I was trying to, he basically married her. So, in a little bit of pettiness, he went to sleep. I took control of his character, put him in a room, had one doorway into a room, and all I had in there was a gnome rocket and a bearskin rug. So the thing about it is, like anyone who's played busting out knows like what happens. You try to like set off a gnome rocket inside, knows that it'll start a house fire if there's any furniture in there. I locked him in there with that bearskin rug.
On that DM, I already responded, I think.
But I basically locked, so what I did was I took my cousin's sim, put him in the room with this bearskin rug and this gnome rocket, set the gnome rocket off, and right before that I saved. Right at that time I saved the game. So it ruined the entire, it basically ruined everything for him. Because basically what happened was the rocket went off, set the bearskin rug on fire, and it was just enough space in there was just for him and the rug. So the rug, basically went up in flames and then set his sim on fire and killed his sim. And he tried to reload the save, and it went right back to that moment where, so he had no way out of it.
So you basically broke the save.
Well, I basically broke the whole game for both of us. Like, well, if you're gonna get with my woman or whatever, I'm gonna see to it, we're gonna have us a little death to us part situation.
Maybe a bit.
He didn't talk to me for like 5 months after that, but
maybe just a bit there.
I mean, it's just he knew, I was like really trying to romance the sim, and he pretty much went in and fucked everything. I was like, all right, yeah, okay.
I love the little picture frame that I put on the break room table over here. I was having fun with the tiny details.
I mean, it still wasn't like Dr. Doom and Reed Richards, petting us towards Reed Richards level, but I mean, it was up there. I mean, any guy who's pretty much gonna destroy a whole universe, just because him and Reed Richards were friends in that universe or whatever, kind of takes the cake above what I did.
Just a bit there.
And literally has the Wi-Fi password in Latveria is Richard sucks or Richard sucks or whatever. Just imagine someone in public saying they're about to go watch a Richard Pryor comedy show or whatever on YouTube or something like that. All they have to do is just say Richard or whatever is, and then Dr. Doom is gonna start clutching those pearls.
Probably. Should probably put a lot of this stuff up just wherever. Okay, so I still have got a lot in my hands and stuff.
Of course, other stories I can say about me and my cousin or whatever. Don't get me started
Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. That's awesome.
I said gonna be that time that me and my cousin were playing Fable 2, and it was that whole thing where he didn't have his own character, so it's pretty much anything he did would get blamed on me. So I think it's any goal, once he left out of the game,
I remember that story.
So basically, here's what happened with Fable. Now, I love Fable 2. I wish they put it on PC, Rogues. My cousin's side, he wanted to play with me. He wanted to play it with me. And so, and my cousin also decided he wanted to be a little menace. So here he comes in, Friggin', I think he had like orange hair, like orange like colored hair or whatever color it was. I think it was like a bowl cut, like coming in like fucking Guy Gardner from the Green Lanterns and everything. Most ugly ass chud of a character I've ever seen in my life. And the first thing he does is, I can't remember how this all started, but all I know is he pissed off some of the guards in the town. And I'm trying to keep maintaining information, like a key, you know, good reputation here. I'm going around just eating my tofu, my carrots and everything. I was like a very, you know, squeaky clean Boy Scout of a hero and everything. Hero of Albion and all that. And then here comes like, you know, in chaotic neutral, you know, cousin blowing something like, you know, basically, you know, like, you know, decides he's going to just go and just attack a guard out of nowhere. I got blamed for it. And so we're running. Like, all right, dude, I'm gonna pay this fine. Just to leave us alone. And what was it that happened? No, we jumped off a bridge or whatever. We jumped off a bridge into some water below. My dog jumped off before us. Somehow I hit the water for my dog. My dog looked like the dog laying on top of me, even though it obviously didn't because it clipped through me. But it's just the way it was set up, like the dog like landed on me. And we get to shore, guards waiting for us. And I was like, okay, I'll pay the fine for the fact he murdered someone in cold blood and everything. And no sooner I did that, Chris, that was my cousin's name, he tossed a random fireball. And it just happened that of all places for this fireball decided it wanted to like take up residence and went right through like this one random house's front door.
Yep.
2 seconds after I just paid that fine pops up for vandalism. And I was like, I ain't paying this shit, so I ran off and everything. And then like I think it was about like 10 seconds later, a bunch of guards like mobbed us and I got killed. And he shot the fireball. He's like, when I got a fireball spell, it's like, that's one I learned. He shoots the fireball and just shot it in a random direction, and it went through like something, like just happened to hit someone's door. And I got like, you know, fined for vandalism. I swore to him, I was like, now you get your own damn copy. I'm not playing this with you again. But yeah, me and him don't talk anymore, you know, for reasons.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna deny that we did have some funny gaming moments. But that's like, you know, I guess the beauty of like having like, you know, a dedicated group of people I play, you know, games with now and everything. I know aren't gonna sleep with my, you know, my sim that I'm in love with, or, you know, blow like some random like, you know, Citizen of Albion's like door down or whatever.
Yeah.
But they will make sure to laugh at me when I get locked inside of like a gas station bathroom with someone like, you know, who's eating like a shitload of Taco Bell. They will do that.
Oh yeah. Or buy you horror games. You know, making sure they happen to have certain favorite creatures in them. Maybe.
You usually don't have to. I mean, just about every single like game I played, like devs have made sure it's a mannequin or a doll in some capacity. Me and Mac were playing freaking like, you know, climbing the back rooms the other day. Random mannequins. But those don't have automatonophobia. I mean, I've gotten better, but
it's just giving you practice on handling it or whatever, I guess.
All right, so I pretty much have done just about everything I need to do. Is there anything you needed help with collecting before I...
Not really.
I mean, I slayed my kaiju. You know, I finally got my win on King Dozer. So...
The vases are getting really cute. Like, they keep adding more of them, and I love them.
Wait, hold on. I might want to get my aunt. Is he ready to go? Oh, 30 seconds remaining.
Give them the vase. Why not? I have extra clay somewhere.
I just don't know what I'm going to name him. I name him Hank. You know, Hank Pym, Ant-Man.
Maybe.
Let me see, Scott, Hank, or Lang, Pym. I was gonna probably name him Hank. Mac will get it. Appreciate the cheers, Black Rose. Thank you so much.
There we go. I'll just let that sit right there.
Richard's right looking at me like, you know, he's about to be jealous as hell. Like, he knows that Ant's about to hatch or whatever. He's like, don't you hatch him out of that. I'm your ride or die. We're family here, Richard. You know, you can... Like, Richard was just me mugging me. He's like, don't you hatch that ant. Already have a buggy falling can't hatch. Oh, Richard's about to hate this. Richard, take 5. Instead, I gotta like just send Richard back just to Is Sasha okay? But why does this keep happening? Did you ever come to get Sasha before? Because Sasha's here. I think Benita's like probably at your base.
I haven't come to get Sasha yet.
All right, so Benita's just wandering around somewhere. Let me see if I can get her to come. All right. I'm gonna put Benita in there. I'm probably gonna name this buggy Hank.
Mm-hmm. Cute little
I'm
spot.
just curious. I'm gonna let.
Hmm?
You see, there's so many ways this could be a problem.
What's that?
The black soldier ants and the red soldier ants share the same base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I come back and like, and y'all done like, done some kind of faction war, completely blows down my house or whatever, I'm gonna like, put all you up for adoption.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you over to Amber's. All right, so let me see. It's gonna be fun because we got Antifreeze, Antoine, Durant, and it's just gonna be Hank. Like one here is not like the others.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to get a lot of pieces here and there, but it'll be easy enough.
Black ants can launch a special like a tangy block of spit at enemies using their special ability to recruit a work ant to fight alongside you. The soldier ants can pick up and throw objects from the ground using their special ability. I'm curious, like, all right, let me see. I wondered if they share the same. Yeah, Dad don't love me that much. He didn't give me a punny name. I mean, I just name you Licorice. Okay, Hank's fine. Let me see here. Do they have like different? Okay, the ant buggies share the same thing.
Okay.
So you maneuver your ant buggies with grace and speed. The animal gain the efficiency chopping grass and stems. Master recruiter. I was figuring like maybe like the black ants would like had like a thing for like making it like their tang spit would have been more potent.
I could have seen that.
Let me see here. Let me check this. Do they have different stats? Okay, just like let you know this. So Hank is like a level 3 compared to like Durant, compared to like the others. Yeah, I thought you knew I named my ant that. Yeah, my ant's named Durant. Yeah, Durant, Antoine, and Antifreeze. And then Richard, Benita Pumpkin Donk. And anyone who's watched a Bug Life gets like the Ladybug reference. But yeah, like Hank and like the red ants or whatever have the same crafting, building, battle, and agility. I want to test on real quick because it says that. Come on, Hank. Let me look at the buff and barrel, see if. Yes, I need. L? Okay, never mind. I get it now.
And yet I
guess
still
because
managed to use all my sap.
I was curious here. I was like, wait, how's Hank like going up to level 4? But he's already at level 3 at base, so he's the same level as Richard right now. So I'm guessing I'm wondering. Let me see. So his health is 360 and 55. All right, yo, Antoine, get over it. Oh, not Antoine.
Could use some lemon slices, but it's drinkable.
I'm checking something. I want to see if they're like the ants, like the red ant stats are the same. But also this means I'm kind of like checking to see if like Durant. What's the requirements here?
I still think it's gonna be funny if I end up building this treehouse base out far enough that I actually have to use Rocket's PC to keep playing in my base because I won't stop adding onto it. I'm gonna get evicted from my own base at this point if I keep adding stuff onto it.
230.
But I can't stop.
All right, so level 1. So Durant's at like level 1 at 230. Pretty sure I already confirmed this, but. Oh, come on, Hank. You know what? I could probably like definitely take another step further. Hank Anthill. It writes itself. Okay, yeah, straight up Amber. If you want to try to like use ant buggies for combat, the black soldier ants, because since they're level 3, 360 like for base health and 55, so he does more damage. And yeah, they're better for combat at base.
That makes a lot of sense.
And this also means you won't have to worry about putting him through the buffing barrel because he's already like level 3.
Oh,
yeah, like the red ants are like only level 1.
Freezing up more.
Yeah, so with this rogues, I pretty much have done everything I need to do, like, you know, for this update now. I mean, I got my Black Soldier in, I buffed, you know, I buffed Richard. I took advantage of, like, everything they did, like, with the beat hate one, but the main thing is finally kicking, you know, King Dozer's ass. And God knows that. I mean, that's the thing. Once I went in there and just kind of, like, really, you know, I think it was just the pressure of me, like, trying to beat him the first time, and I did it. I was like, he really didn't seem like he was insanely difficult that time, because I went in with the proper prep. But it was just like a matter of still trying to maintain stuff. I mean, I was using the granola bars, and there was a few times my health like got really low, and if I wouldn't heal right there, I was like, shit. And I got worried he was gonna hit me before I could heal, because he's done that before. I know I'm probably not gonna be able to beat him consistently, but at least once I do get that thing in there where I can do more damage to him, that's gonna help. But again, I'm only gonna be like farming until I get like, you know, what I need for like, you know, my armor. And if anyone else wants the armor later, they want to go fight him, we can do that. But otherwise, once I do get my armor and hopefully the gold card, which hopefully won't take me too long. I've heard like a lot of people said they got their gold card, I have to fight him only about 9 times. Well, I beat him 9 times. I just beat him once. But I just gotta get the trinket. And if I had the same luck, you know, with getting his trinket that I did with Axel, considering like his trinket's also a 1% drop, but I managed to somehow get Axel's to drop like twice. That's how Amber's got one. But let me actually see. I'm just curious what Dozer's trinket is.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much for the bits. Also, this is my favorite way to build the paths and stuff. It's just like literally, you put the straight ones down and then just like layer over it with some of the curved ones. And it actually works really, really, really well.
That's one thing I thought about. King Dozer doesn't have a craftable trinket like, you know, Axel did.
Huh, that's interesting.
There once was a lizard, it's true. The spiciest treats he did chew. He lapped up the tang, then burped with a bang. If you cross him, he's fire will spew.
I mean,
it's
actually because of an accident that I figured out that I could do that, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna do that with everything.
His trinket has a poem to it. King Dozer's Lie is a tier 3. When equipped, it causes a third hit in a combo to deal 10 sizzle buildup and charge attacks to decrease the charge attacks to decrease the target's resistance to burn damage by 200% for 10 seconds.
Holy. Okay, that works.
Has a 1% chance drop or a 1 in 23 chance of stealing from King Dozer. In the description of King Dozer's Lie is a limerick, which may also be a reference to the internal code name of the lizard boss and grounded, which is also limerick. So I'm thinking what that tells me is that would probably be like a really good one to use with a certain hammer I found not long ago.
Yeah.
If someone wants to go with a sizzle build.
I honestly don't know if you could use like this trick of like layering the paths in the first one, but I know you can do it in this one.
Charge attack still sizzle spicy damage in an area. So yeah, with the boomstick, so you combine that with boomstick, or the jalapeno. So when equipped, it causes a third hit in a combo to deal 10 sizzle buildup, right? And charge attacks to decrease the target's resistance to burning damage by 200% for 10 seconds. So if you use a charge attack, it decreases their resistance by 200%. And charge attack, that's nasty as hell.
Oh yeah.
No, it says right here like charge blast wave. Charge attack still sizzling spice damage in an area, so you do that. And also it means like you have like, you know, the charge attacks like with the trinket would reduce burn damage by 200. So realistically, it deals sizzle and spicy damage like that and makes them makes them 200% less resistant. That would probably be a very nasty thing for wolf spiders, because I mean I know they're like weak, they're not weak to smashing, but they are weak to spicy. That sounds brutal. I don't know if I'd use that build, but it sounds like that's something Mac would probably use because he likes tanky stuff.
Yeah, I could see that working.
And also, not to mention, perfect blocks have a chance to imbue your next one with attack with a spicy belt, showering the ground in sizzling goo. Yeah, you're having that with Blades and Belcher as well.
Yeah. That could stack in a very interesting way, I bet.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be something I'd use. But it means like they have that the resistance gets taken away. If you got like, you know, you're using like spicy arrows or whatever, or even just that means like you use that and it's even better. I just thought about this. If someone lowered a creature's resistance to spicy, and let's say they're fighting a wolf spider and they hit them with that charge, you got a wolf spider sleeping, hit him with the charge hammer thing, take down the resistance even more, then switch to the Coltana.
That could... It'd be interesting to see how that would stack.
I mean, I don't necessarily. I mean, usually I don't really need it. I mean, I usually have a pretty good
Mm.
track record for taking down wolf spiders, but
Yeah. I can see that being useful though.
because let me see, weakness is spot. Yeah, it says they're resistant to smashing. So wait, hold on, let me check here because that's like the orc one. Appreciate it. Cheers as well, Black Rose. Let me see here. Angry.
I should probably get a few extra acorn bits.
Yeah, I just noticed. Apparently, they're not. I swear, in the first game they were weak to slashing, but it says spicy. It's just, but that's the kick to it. They're resistant to smashing, stabbing, fresh, and venom, but it doesn't say that they're resistant to slashing or they're weak to slashing. So basically, that would still do base damage. So the Coltana still would be a great one to use against them. And that's also one reason why I've usually had their number with the daggers. For the very least, because that's what really gets me about Dozer's punk ass. No weaknesses, but it says resistant to slashing, explosive, spicy war. So it doesn't say that he's resistant to smashing. So I could probably go in and actually bop him like with a hand with a pinch whacker.
Yeah.
So there's that, and also of course, the whole thing about him not really necessarily being weak or resistant to tang or poison. I'm just glad I finally beat him.
Oh yeah, because I know that was the big thing you were wanting to do for sure.
Because hands down, rogues. Because I've beaten Axel 10 times and everything. But Axel, it's just the whole thing for Axel with me is the fact that for me he had like some other abilities, but he was basically just a giant wolf spider. I know the combos and all that. Anyone who watched me take on Axel knows I was right there countering his shit left and right. And one of the more embarrassing bosses I had with him was when he did the shoulder charge and it wrecked me. And then I found out later it was just because my armor was pretty much mostly broken, so I took like a good bit of brunt from that. So I think he hit me with it again later. My armor was good, and I, didn't shrug it off. But so my whole thing is, at least with Axel, that means now if I go in and fight him later, I know since I've upgraded my gear a lot more since last time I fought him, I want to go back and farm some more. He's gonna be even less of a problem now. But that was just the whole thing, about this all this. It's just Axel. I love fighting Axel. Axel's such a fun boss that I guess it's just mainly because anyone saw y'all know how much I actually was really I couldn't wait to fight him, and it didn't disappoint. And I ended up absolutely enjoying my time fighting Axel, and because even when in the first game I was saying it would have been cool if we would have got a tarantula boss, but even to this day I still say I feel like Axel might actually be a baby. When you are a juvenile tarantula, because when you really look at probably scaling for spiders or whatever, wolf spiders look like they're actually tend to look like they're a lot smaller than tarantulas. Tarantulas usually are huge and everything. So realistically, it's I kind of feel like Axel should have been much bigger, but they scaled him down somehow. I feel just picture how Axel would have been if they would have made him about the size of Dozer, even though of course Dozer. I want to say Dozer, I can't remember which lizard it is that spits, he looks like he might be a bearded dragon. I don't know if he's a bearded dragon, but of course, lizards, of course, gonna be bigger than spiders anyway, but tarantulas usually are pretty big anyway. I feel like just Axel, he probably should have been bigger. But picture they actually would have scaled him probably the way they did Dozer. Because Axel really isn't too much bigger than a wolf spider. Maybe 3 or 4 times the size of one. I mean, Axel's still massive, but it's just like I said, when I fought him, it's okay, it took me a few times to beat him. Once I got his patterns, I was okay. He's just like a giant wolf spider who can throw spikes at you and everything. And for me, probably one of the biggest trickiest parts is that one spot where he can heal. He can you have to take down the caterpillars, otherwise he'll heal and everything. But then I realized, okay, well, it's probably just I got all these enemies I'm fighting. It's better just run them over there, so Axel will take them out, come back in, and I can just whittle his health down again. Axel's definitely manageable for solo, but it's just there's so much going on with Dozer. The main problem they made him so hard to fight was that sizzle mechanic thing.
Oh yeah.
But you got this.
That
boss
looked rough.
He hits like a tank. You have to basically stay out of his line of sight. Some of his attack. At least it seemed like that time I was blocking his I had his claw swipe down to a science where I was mostly blocking it. He did hit me with the belly flop, but I feel like at least I was out of the way of it. I can't. I know. I think when he did before, I think it killed me, but I think that might have been at the point where I didn't have any more smoothies anyway. But the fight was more manageable that time since I went in with my upgrades. I went in with with my spider with Richard fully upgraded both through the buff and barrel and the milk molars. I, upgraded Will Wizard. I, had like, a Trapper Peeper. And once I saw his health going down quicker, I was like, well, yeah, he was
Mm-hmm.
adorable, except when he's adorable when he ain't kicking my ass. But
Yeah.
but it was just like he hands down was outside of like the infected brood mother from the first round, who I still haven't beat.
Mm-hmm.
He's hands down was probably the toughest grounded boss I fought. But the main thing is just that what made him so difficult is the fact that they buffed him the way they did.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I understand the devs want him to be a challenge, but I do feel like it just kind of still frustrated me a bit that they made it where, okay, well, the only way you actually can really damage his eyes is like if you shoot him with a bow. It just kind of felt like, well, you have all these other enemies in the game where it's like you can damage them one other way, but now you're making it where like apparently only bow damage damages his eyes. And I just feel like, I can understand they wanted to like take away the whole thing where it's like, okay, people were like exploiting like the fact his tongue was a weak spot, and they were like using that to like literally kill him in one hit. I was like, okay, well, just take away that weak spot, or where make it where his eyes like just aren't affected. Make it where like, if you can daze him or whatever, people go up and just wail on his face or whatever. And so I just kind of felt like they still made him like, they pretty much, gave like a massive buff to this boss that's got this whole gimmick where it's already like, okay, you gotta like, make a choice here. You gonna try to like just tank this damage like is what I was doing, or you gonna go over here and try to repair this pipe with no way really knowing like, he's gonna take a few seconds to like, repair it, but in that little bit of time he can still like, like knock the hell out of you. It's especially if you like you try to repair it a long time, he gets an attack wound up or whatever. So that's when I just chose to just tank the damage and just deal like go in with the Mentitos, and that's basically was enough. And I really was surprised I did beat him on my first go this stream, but I guess it just shows all my prep time throughout the week actually helped.
You were really thinking on it, because you found like that key, but then like you really had the time to set in, okay, we're going to really plan it on this one.
Yeah, but I came back in, I beat him, and now at least it's not the pressure anymore. It's like, okay, I said I want to do this before, like, cause this is gonna be my last stream before we do the update when that releases. Cause next week I'm gonna be taking a break starting on Saturday, cause I'm gonna be like doing house settings. This was gonna literally be my last chance to play this. It was kind of like a do or die thing. It's like, okay, I need to beat him now, cause I could like do so like when we do the stream for the update, but I want to get this done. And I went in, man, on a mission, fully locked in when that fight started. Forgot to breathe literally midway through the fight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's part of why you nearly passed out.
But I got him at least, and so next stream of this, it means we can like focus entirely on checking out like the Into the Abyss update. They've like got like a spot right there close by, like where we can jump on into it literally. And so yeah, like the big water update. I know Amber's gonna be excited for the zip lines. I am too, 'cause it's gonna make it like easier for us to get the spots around the yard, or like I keep calling it the yard, but the park. But
it's a big yard.
I'm just curious about, obviously, anyone who's like seen like like the little teaser thing for it knows what the boss is probably gonna be here for the next one. I'm just curious about like the fact, okay, it's what's gonna be worse with us, the dime bell spiders or the toe biters.
Oh, thank you so much! Holy crap! Thank you for the bits. Thank you.
But nonetheless. With that said, I'm gonna go and like start because I'm gonna need to make sure Max are. Well, you ain't... yeah, because I want to make sure I'm ready for when Max shows up.
Yeah.
Because I know you said we're gonna be leaving around 1. I mean, I kind of got a little bit worried earlier when I was like, when they were asking what movie, I was like, well, I'm trying to keep from talking about. I know people like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, he's going to see that. Well, guess what? This happened. But yeah, now I'm pretty much at the tail end of the stream or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting ready to go. Like me and McVD43 Rogues are gonna be going to watch, check out Spider-Man brand new day. Really excited for that. But with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and start, calling it here. Next stream will be Tuesday. I'll be doing more Cyberpunk 2077, and then from there, hopefully, Wednesday will be the conclusion of Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. Hopefully, I mean, I'm in the last area. I've only got like maybe like another couple bosses to go, but hopefully, I'll be able to finish Order of Ecclesia. Friday should be hopefully the conclusion of Super Meat Boy 3D, and well, no, Thursday will be Super Meat Boy 3D. Got one more world to do in that. And I'll be going on a 1-week break, and then when I come back from that break, it'll be like my big 12-hour 10-year stream anniversary.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I got like some stuff planned for it. I've even had a few people like they're saying like I should maybe set up some kind of donation goal for the occasion. And we'll see, because I do still need to get like a monitor, because I told you guys recently I've been having like some eyesight issues. So I do need to like I want to downsize my monitor, see if that helps, because I'm sitting like really close right now to like a 32-inch monitor. And I do have like a smaller one I want to get just for the sake of like hoping that'll maybe help with like a lot of my eye strain. That's also another reason why I'm kind of like, taking a step back, not just the whole stalker situation I'm talking about, but also,
Mm-hmm.
and like in the mental toll that's taken on me in months, but just also, the fact my eyes have been giving me some trouble at times. Like I can still like see everything
Yeah.
on the screen just fine, but it's just there has been like a few points where it kind of feels like my vision's got blurry here and there, and I'm hoping I'm not gonna need glasses. I was thinking about I did use those on Mixer. I did have like a pair of like Gunner ones I used on Mixer. Push gonna shove I can do that, but I'm also gonna wait. I think like my doctor is gonna like she said if this hasn't improved, by next time I see
Mm-hmm.
her, she's maybe try to set me up an appointment with the eye doctor. But we'll just have to see how things go. But I know a lot of it's probably just eye strain and everything. And I've also had like a lot of headaches
Probably.
lately, which I'm pretty sure is just stress and
Yeah.
all that from everything that's been going on. But hey, at least kicking this lizard's ass with
Mm-hmm.
appropriate shirt here, just so y'all know that's the reason I wore the Jurassic Park shirt.
I mean, it was fitting.
Yeah. At least this is one
Mm-hmm.
less thing to be stressed about, because I was really concerned. I was like, am I gonna be able to beat this thing? Because it just felt like it was such a broken boss. Because I got his health down so much before, but this time I've got
You'll
him,
get its
and
number eventually. You always do.
yeah. But I may actually just now I've actually got out of the way. When next time I fight, I may actually go and test things
Mm-hmm.
with possibly with a I want, shut up, Mac. Uh,
Of course, Mac pops in with some
yeah, but
commentary.
Mac, I finally beat his ass though. Finally got that one kill.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, next time I fight him though, I'm probably gonna go in with my Manus build, just see if I can just like wail on him and just like heal while I'm fighting him and
Yeah.
everything. I'm just gonna go and see if I just hack away at him just to see if I can do it that way now. If I can go in and just just use a pinch whacker, because the thing is, if I use the pinch whacker
Mm-hmm.
and go and get bob him a few times and actually stun him, hopefully that'll help. Because again, like the
Yeah.
key thing with King Dozer it's an advantage that we don't have with Axel is, like I said, Axel's health is locked in phases. So whenever he gets his health
Mm-hmm.
down to a certain point, you can't hurt him anymore until like goes to the next phase or whatever. But King
Mm-hmm.
Dozer, there's he goes through all his phases like where you can pretty much, that's the reason like they end up nerfing him, because people were going just cracking him one time and knocking his ass out. And I saw I've seen like videos, it was hilarious. Like people were going in like this broken ass build, just going just like smacking him once in the
Straight
fucking
one
face or
punch
whatever.
guy.
Like basically going in and just knocking out a kaiju, because let's be real, I mean, by our standards, proportionally speaking, like Dozer basically was a kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
Like his big
He's
teen
so
deer
cute
looking
and
ass.
chompy though.
Like y'all keep on saying he's cute and chompy and everything. He wasn't cute when he
He's
was
a
biting me.
chompy baby. He is a very cute chompy baby. But I say
All
that
right,
about everything.
Devs, y'all hear it here or whatever, go ahead and try to get some kind of plushie for him on makeshift so I can put it across my yard, please do. But I totally wouldn't do that to devs they actually make. I mean, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
if the devs actually do like a makeshift, or they actually do like anything for some of the characters, I'm not gonna lie, I love having an Axel plush. Because I mean, y'all can say what you will. They're talking about they're talking about Dozer's cute, and he is. But it's just something about Axel. I've always I've just thought Axel's just is beautiful. It's like, yeah, I know you just call Tarantula beautiful, but it's just the only thing that changes up here.
He's kind of a cute fuzzy guy, even though
problem with
I've
it
got
is-
arachnophobia.
The
But
only
he's a
problem with
fuzzy
it
guy.
is the reason he looks. The problem with it here
Mhm.
is that it changed it up to where now his eyes are red. Before, unless
Because you were teasing about how cute he looked like a little puppy when he had normal eyes.
yeah, when his eyes were black, he looked even better. But it's just those red eyes or whatever.
Mhm.
And that's the weird thing about Dozer. Now that I think about it,
Mhm.
they just ruined his eyes here too. Like his eyes are black. His eyes are like the way Axel's shit was looking before. When I was fighting him, he had the whole Eye of Sauron thing going on. Which I'm still gonna do that, Rogue. Yeah, for those who missed what I said earlier, I found out that his trophy, and this is gonna be a thing. Once I'm done fighting him, I'm gonna make my towel right here, because I'm just calling it here. I'm gonna do this. Y'all might think I'm playing around about it. I'm dead serious. Amber's gonna be looking over here from her base, and on top of that right there, up there is gonna be a big ass tower, and she's gonna see the Eye of Sauron up there. I'm gonna have my own Eye of Sauron up there on top of this.
Sit there and manage to squeeze a lamp behind it so it lights up and all.
I mean, but it's just
Because that's how I lit
literally
up the caterpillar. Is that
I
I
mean, y'all
snuck a
can't
lamp
unsee it.
inside it.
y'all cannot unsee it now. Y'all cannot unsee it. Pun intended. I mean, just down to the colors for the most part. I mean, it's not dead on or whatever. You see that right there. You can't tell me I lived in like a friggin' Eye of Sauron.
Maybe a bit.
But yeah, I'm totally gonna just mount that up there. And I'm just gonna have a bunch of little hobbits come to show up outside my house. Like what are y'all doing here?
Yeah.
But either way,
And I still gotta get my schedule for next week to set up and everything. Cause like I knew I was gonna be playing this over the weekend with you, and the Power World thing was a surprise even for me on actually managing to catch back in time.
It's obviously rogues. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've had like a boss's like my trophy for like one of my boss. I've literally had Axel's head like out here on like outside my house.
At least I know in this next week I will be getting back to more Little Known Galaxy and more Retro Rewind.
I mean, y'all can destroy that Ring of Power if you want, Mav. You better leave my Death Ring from like Castlevania Order of Ecclesia alone. Yeah. So I was saying, it's like I literally made like because that's the thing, like I was telling everyone before like I beat Axel, like I'm gonna beat his ass and make a throne out of it, and I made my throne and everything. So I'm gonna make an Eye Sword out of Dozer's eye. But either way, guys, so at least I got him beat. That was the main concern now. So moving forward, Into the Abyss update, we can go into that like full stop without having to like worry about trying to beat Dozer and everything. But well, actually, the thing about it is the tarantula head actually serves a purpose for fighting Axel. Don't know if you knew about this or whatever. I don't know if you ever beat any of the bosses. So just to put this in perspective, the reason I'm like that. The reason I want the whole thing about this is that, as it says right here, you receive a temporary damage bonus against this creature, and also and his trophy is one of his fingers. Yeah, so pretty much once you beat one of these, like the whole thing with Axel right here, the stuffed parts. That's a hilarious thing. Like you have all these other ones, you can just like pretty much you can do like entire stuffed wolf spider. But Axel's so big, you can only like stuff one of his fangs or one of his claws. And so with Dozer. This right here, you can put this outside their lair, and this means like when you get drops from them, you get more rare drops. You get like more, more stuff from them. And this right here makes it where you can do more damage. Yeah, they actually have a purpose. So if you're playing like grounded or grounded 2, and there's any particular creature you want to try like your problems with,
they are a godsend.
Yeah, they actually help a lot. This is how I was able to farm Axel so much and everything. And get like a lot of gear from him and everything. Like as you see, I've still got I've got 14 tarantula talons from him. So yeah, if you are having problems with a particular creature, you can manage to at least beat them a couple times or whatever. Have them like one of these until you can like get properly beat them like consistently. It's a really good idea to do. And like, and the best thing about it is that once you're done with it, you can like get like a few good wins to where you kind of like understand how to fight them. You can just dismantle and get the parts back.
Yeah.
So, I will say, because this also was a thing in the first game, but also another thing about it is that it's also like a nice little party trick. You got yourself a guest that comes in to your little abode here. It's like just so you know, they still bite.
They scream when you touch them.
Yeah. So it actually has like a whole thing. I wonder if they'll still do it, Amber, because remember, like I told the whole thing.
Yeah, how it used to glitch with this. Well, it would glitch and it would turn towards it, I think, before in the past.
Funny thing, also, for those that haven't played this, is that the wolf spiders and scorpions do not like each other. We've actually seen like full-on fights between like wolf spiders and scorpions out of nowhere.
Yeah, see, it's like laying perfectly facing out, and I wonder if it'll glitch again when you press the.
Yeah, it used to be like
it used to flip it when you would press the thing. Yeah, so I guess they finally patched it out.
Where like when I'd activate the scorpion thing, like the wolf spider rug would actually turn in its direction.
Yep. It was a fun little glitch for a little while.
Yeah, but it's just literally like, my whole thing here is just like, I've made a bed out of my, like, I took like the whole thing is like, I'll like, drink, out, like, out the skull of my enemies or whatever. Like, I'll lay on the carcass of my enemies. I'll sit on the carcass of my enemies. I'll decorate my floor with the carcass of my enemies. I'll put myself in the carcass of my enemies.
I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here on my end.
I'll display the carcass of my enemies with the carcass of my enemies.
But let's see if I can raid someone.
And when I pet the carcass of my enemies...
Mary's playing Hollow Knight.
And when I pet the carcass of my enemies, it makes it where it's easier to, like, go and kill and make more carcasses of my enemies.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Bugneary, playing Hollow Knight and everything like that. I'll catch you later, Masque.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that said, gonna go and start getting ready for this
See you
trip out of
next
town. Go
time.
have some Taco Bell and also go see Spider-Man. No.